What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Bowjinjin Plays playthrough of Danganronpa V3. So, it's class trial time, the very first class trial. Rantaro and Mami was killed, the ultimate question mark. We didn't even get to find out who he was, what his ultimate talent was, and yet he was killed, and I have my theories. I've expressed those theories as we've gone along, but my prime suspect is Shuichi, because I really can't picture anyone else who could have done it. It could, again, this could pull the whole Danganronpa 2 thing on us, where if I'm honest, right, without spoiling anything, in case you haven't played this game and you didn't listen to my disclaimers like throughout the series, you know, like, please play those games if you haven't played them already. But like, yeah, in the very first trial, like, it was very heavily suggested that one of the people was the culprit, but then it turned out to be completely someone else, right? So, I don't know if this game will do the same thing, but right now, there's really only, yeah, like at a stretch, maybe Gonta. That seems to be where the game is pointing us in terms of like an extra direction, but like really, I can't see really anyone else. You know, like I said, like the only people who knew about this plan were Kaide and Shuichi, right? And Kaide couldn't have done it, could she? But she's the protagonist. No, like, no. I mean, yeah, that's a random thought, but God, because it's just me, or Kaide rather, and Shuichi who knew about the plan. I don't know. In any case, let's get into it, shall we? So this is going to be the class trial episode. It's going to be all the way through. The first things first. We have some friendship fragments that we collected throughout the 3 times in the first chapter, so we can buy some skills with this. The most useful skills are usually the skills that increase our stats or like give us more time or things of that nature. So let's have a quick look through these. Attentive influence increases maximum influence a bit, so that gives us more chances basically. Focus is basically a mechanic that we'll get into eventually. It basically allows us to, like, there's an ability where you can slow down time. Again, this will be explained in more detail as we proceed further into the trial, but Lost in Thought increases the time limit, so that might be useful, but it costs a fuck ton. Charisma. Increase amounts of influence recovered by right answers. Makes the reticle shake less. That might be useful. Downshift slows down the speed. This increases the speed, which is this is always these are the mainstays in the skill trees within Danganronpa games. Trigger happy. Decreases the delay after using truth bullets or truth blades. That's okay, but it's not incredibly useful. Neural liberation. Drain slower while concentrating. That might be useful also. Delusion slowly recovers the influence gauge while concentrating. That's even more useful to me. Right now, like, the most important things to me seem to be like, well, like I say, like, the most important things are your stats, aka your influence, your focus, and your time. Basically, those are the most important components. Mind's Eye reveals V-spots. V-points rather. Okay, that's something new to Danganronpa. I know what they are because I have already played through this trial. I know am I doing a good job pretending like I don't? Because that's what I'm trying to do, just like because I want it to seem like a real blind let's play. But I have played through the first chapter, you know, just again to say that. Yeah, and I'm just kind of hamming it up basically. Like, but anyway. Silences all conversations except those the reticle is on. Effective during mass panic debates. Which again, I'm not sure. Instantly silences loud voices. Mass panic. Debate scrums. These are all weird things I've never heard of. What happened to like the non-stop debates and shit like that? Okay, Hangman's Gambit is always here, but we have a new version 3.0. I'm not sure what the green screen means. Increases the amount of letter cubes. Psych Taxi, what the fuck? Blade Lock. Rebuttal shoulders. Okay, I think that's the same as in number 2. Excavation, I don't know what the fuck that is. I guess they have a fuck ton of new mechanics here. Okay, like, seeing as this is the first trial, I'm going to go for what I think is useful. So, like, the most useful things I've seen... Menacing Focus. What was Menacing Focus? I don't think I have Menacing Focus yet. It hasn't unlocked yet. It's probably like a better version of those. But I think I'm going to get this. Because it basically heals me when I use the focus, and then I'm going to increase my focus. Whoops. Oh shit, I'm missing one. God damn it. Well, that pretty much fucks me over, so I guess whatever. Let's have a quick look through our truth bullets, which are basically going to be our evidence. Allah, Phoenix Wright, if you've ever played that game as well, you know, it's the same concept. You have evidence, and you have to use that evidence to, like, refute what people say. So far we know, right, blunt force trauma, 910. This shit was playing, full volume, loud. There was a moving bookcase. It moves automatically, and it closes after a certain amount of time behind itself. Card reader dust. Apparently Shuichi put the dust in a specific pattern and it wasn't disturbed, right? So only he knows about this, right? So is he telling the truth, basically, is the question to that. Like, this is what was on Rantaro's person, his monopad and his key. Shot put ball, which we suspect to be the murder weapon, was taken from the warehouse. This is the receiver that rang when the moving bookcase moved. Yep. And that was basically straight after Shuichi had come back. Right, so like that means that the bookcase moved after Shuichi came back. Right? Yeah. Like, because he was gone, then he came back, then the receiver rang. Right, which means that like the moving bookcase moved after he came back. Not during when he was gone the first time and I was sweeping the floor frantically. So that's a piece of information that probably will prove useful. Library books that could not fit in the bookcases and were instead stacked on top of them. I don't see what this has to do with anything just yet. The books Kaede stacked in front of the vent are left exactly the way that they are. Connected. So this is connected to the classroom. The vent grate was propped open. Exactly the way that Kaede left it when they set up the hidden cameras. Before the murder, 7 people, so these are the 7 people. Gonta locked himself in the AV room. Rantaro went to the bathroom, then got himself killed. Kaito and Tenko went to get Rantaro. That was when they saw me and Shuichi. Or rather, Kaede and Shuichi. What was that last bit say? The only people left in the game room when the murder happened were these 3. Maki, Angie, and Himiko. Because I suppose Kaito... Who was it? Kaito... Tenko, I think it was, came in with me and Shuichi. 2 people were in their rooms, right? AKA Ryoma, the tennis player, and Kibo was in his room. Who knows where the fuck Kokichi was? Like, no one knows where the fuck he was, right? No one, I guess we don't care at this point. But then there were these 3. That makes 6. I can't really count at the top of my head right now, but like, I think he was in the game. Well, no one could vouch for where Gonta was, but like we're assuming he was locked in the AV room. Okay, so like the door didn't open, but it opened to the extent that you could fit a baseball through it. Lookout classroom. Shuichi left briefly. Yeah. Yeah, those three were in the dining room. So we have three. So three unaccounted for. Those are like Kibo, Ryoma, and Kokichi unaccounted for. Kyo, Miyu, Kirumi, and Tsumuki. That's 4 in the dining hall. We have 3 people who are in the, or rather Gonta unaccounted for, but we're assuming he was in the AV room. Then we have another 3 people, Maki. Who was it? Maki, Angie, and Himiko. That's another 3. So that's 11 people accounted for so far. We then have myself, Kaito, well, rather Kaide, Shuichi, Kaito, Tenko, and Rantaro is the one who was murdered. So like that's everyone. So we know where everyone was. Yeah. Okay, so like we can see the photos here. So like that's us 4. Those are the people, including Gonta. Gonta came as well, right? Those are the people in the game room. Then we have everyone else. The people in the dining hall and the people who are unaccounted for. And then we have this creepy photo of Shuichi taking a photo down. I feel like that has something to do with something. Maybe he's taking it down and hiding it or something, or readjusting the sensor. Maybe like they said that one of the sensors was off or something, right? I can't remember, but maybe this is him turning them back on or something. Would be my guess, but I don't know. And then from here we only have 2 photos. One of the victim and one of Shuichi again. This is the one that's curious to me. Right. So like these are normal photos. And then we have these photos from the hidden door cameras, right? And it's apparent that the main difference between these is that like these photos had flash on them. Right. So they had flash on them. And that's made obvious by the lighting and also the fact that Rantaro saw the camera. Because the cameras were silent, right? Okay, so that's what we know so far. Let us save our game, and then we will launch into this. Yeah, again, so far, like, I don't know, like, I'm pretty bad at deductive reasoning. Like, I'll just say that. I'll probably say it again, but like, I like these games, but like, I'm pretty bad at these games. Like, in the past, as I've played through these myself, I've always been someone who's like, what the fuck is going on? And I just kind of sit there and I try to figure it out. You know, God knows I try and figure it out. But like usually I'm really bad with like details, right? Again, I have to come clean. I know what happens in this trial and in this chapter. So that's why I'm a bit more cognizant of what has happened, right? But usually if I'm going in blind, like I'm not very observant. I'm not good with deductive reasoning. But I will try, like as we go on, to like at least be more observant as we play these games. Or as we kind of proceed into this game. So cool. Anyway, without further ado, guys, it's time to step onto the podium. We're on mean difficulty as well, so hopefully this goes okay. So cool. Class trial begin. Also, I can give my voice a rest because all of this is fully voiced. Right, so I just have to put it to also. Cool. Let's do this.
誰が犯人かを議論し、その結果はお前らの投票により決定されます。正しい黒を指摘できれば黒だけのお仕置きですが、もし間違った人物を黒としてしまった場合は、黒以外の全員がお仕置きされ、生き残った黒だけが最終学園から卒業できます。I like the decor. It's like a stained glass windows and like everything. The look, the UE. It's nice. Yep. So we know this already. This is basic Danganronpa shit. Basically, yep. We have to figure out who did it. If we don't, we all die. Yeah. So
We need to figure it out, basically.
裁判なんて久しぶりだな。
経験はあるんだね。
まあね、悪の相当だから。今まで悪いことばっかりしてきてるから。
I guess Kokichi is the only other interesting character that I want to know about. But I feel that like his kind of like importance towards the story won't really be unveiled until the very end. Well, you know, unless of course like the game decides to kill him off and be like, yeah, no, he wasn't important. But we'll take the fact that we made you think that he was important, you know.
進め方なんて気にする必要ないわ。これは普通の裁判とは違うんだから。容疑者も弁護士も検事も裁判員も務めるのは全て私たち自身。
That's a lot of roles.
私たちのやり方で進めるしかないわ。
だったら僕から議題を提供しようか。
Okay, Kore Kiyo.
出てくるんじゃねえ。このうんこ製造機が。まずは話を聞いてみようよ。
I'm gonna get comfortable, man. I think I'll be here for a while.
話を聞くことが大事だと。うちはちゃんと話を聞ける子じゃぞ。血が出るほど耳掃除してきたからな。
That's not good for you.
じゃあ
Bleeding in general. Unless it's that kind of bleeding, in which case it's totally natural. There's nothing icky about that. That thing that happened once a month. Okay, I thought that would just make it painfully clear. Now it's awkward. Yeah, this is a thing. It's like, why did the killer not opt for the first blood perk? Because like they have nothing. They have everything. They have nothing to gain and everything to lose. You know. Sure, like if they took the blood perk, and then one day everyone survived and found them and lynched them, that would be a problem, right? But they're like, yeah, remember when you killed Rantaro and then fucked us all? Now you get to pay for it. Like maybe that would be an issue, but like, yeah, it's just. Plus, like what Maki said, I have to agree with her. You know, even though she said it in like a very kind of, you know, like she said it in a very kind of slightly aggressive way. Is like, you know, it's a worse outcome that like the killer didn't take the first blood perk because we all have to face death an additional time by going through the class trial. So. No, Kibo, you're fine by my book. I don't hate robots.
でも首謀者を突き止める前にまずは犯人を突き止めないとね。
Indeed.
だったらとりあえず事件の状況を整理するところから始めない？天海君が死んだ状況を振り返ってまずは何が問題かをはっきりさせてみようよ。
I guess so.
そうだね。超高校級の探偵の犀原君が言うなら間違いないよ。
Granted, like I mentioned, like he speaks totally normal in Japanese. But I suppose it does give him a degree of character in the English localization that like he speaks like, you know, Tarzan, but oh well. Exactly who the mastermind is. If there is a mastermind, that's the other thing, is like, I mean, yeah, in the previous games there has been a mastermind, quote unquote, but like maybe this game's different, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so this is explaining like the main kind of the meat and potatoes of the class trials, which is non-stop debates, right? So basically the abridged version of this is like there are weak spots that you see in yellow there in front of Kaito, and those weak spots represent points that you can refute using your truth bullets, right? So the whole thing of Danganronpa, right? Danganronpa means like bullets refutes, refutes, or whatever the noun form of refute is, right? You know, and yeah, the whole premise is that you shoot your truth bullets, you aim your gun, right, a truth gun or whatever the fuck, right, and you shoot these weak spots, right? But the catch is that like you have time, like it says there, but also that like not all weak spots are true weak spots. In fact, usually there's only one weak spot that is a true contradiction that follows like what the people are discussing, right? And you have to like find the right one, and you have to shoot it with the right truth bullet, right? And then there are additional elements as well, but like I think for now, so and okay, this is a new element, the V point thing, right? It doesn't add anything to the logic difficulty, but it's more of like an action thing, right? So like if you shoot a specific point on the weak spot, you get additional points, basically. You know, you get a better grade. So that's the whole kind of thing behind that. But so cool. Our first non-stop debate. Let's go. So what do we have here? Rantaro's body was found just before the time limit. He was killed in the library. That seems to be the case. He was alone. The culprit could have snuck up. Those graphics. What was he even doing in the library anyway? Rantaro was the mastermind. Okay. We have two to choose from. It seems most likely that the first one is true and therefore not a contradiction. He does seem to have been killed in the library, so like I don't think that is the contradiction. So basically the contradiction should be that Rantaro was the mastermind, which obviously implies that he wasn't. So how do we refute it though? What do we have? We have Monokuma File 1, moving bookcase, Rantaro's belongings. Maybe Rantaro's belongings, because the mastermind would have had a key. I'm guessing. It's not the shotput ball, it's not the moving bookcase. Monokuma File only says when he was killed, right? Let me just quickly check it. It shows when he was killed and how he was killed, but not like any other details. So like Rantaro's belongings would be my guess. Okay, cool. Getting rid of buttons here. So that's fast forward. It only saves time, it doesn't actually have any benefit because like the... Whoops. There we go. I got a V counter as well. Nice. So yeah, if you hit that little red blinking dot, you get more points. Yep. I do like this design, like the UI or the HUD, if you will. Unless it's like a fingerprint scanner or something. Biometrics. True, that's the other point. I mean, yeah, that's the most obvious one, right? He's dead and the killing game is still running, so he couldn't have been the mastermind. Unless the mastermind is not just one person, you know. Could be a mastermind group, but it's a possibility. Maybe. I mean, it's difficult to argue that because we don't really know what the mastermind's true objective is, what he wants out of this killing game. So, you know, I guess it's a good it's a sound assumption to make that, like, you know, the mastermind would want to kill, or it's a good you know, it's like a sound argument to make that argument, so that he wants to kill someone, you know, because we don't know, like, maybe the mastermind doesn't want to get involved, maybe he does, right? Murdered his ass. Kaidiot and Puichi. At least she's creative with her insults and name calling. I don't know about that. I mean, we have very little to go by at the moment, but... I don't know, Kaide. I don't know that that statement is true, necessarily. That the culprit and the mastermind are the same person. Maybe. I mean, again, it's you can make that argument, but I don't think it's that simple. Well, at least someone's fired up.
たとえ残酷な真実が待ってても立ち向かう覚悟はできてるみたいだね。だったら早速その残酷な真実ってやつを叩きつけちゃおうかな。
As long as it's hard.
実は俺分かっちゃったんだよね。
Tell me all about it, itchy cock. The worst thing is to have a cock that is itchy but is also not hard. That's like the worst thing ever. It really is. But I suppose having a hard cock that's itchy is pretty bad as well. Bottom line is, don't have an itchy cock. If you have an itchy cock, something is definitely wrong. You've probably been sticking your cock into the wrong kinds of holes. I don't know, man. Just put that shit in some cold water or something. Anyway, that was Bowjinjin's hint of the day. I hope it enriched your life experience. Probably not, but if it did, subscribe, like, and comment, please. No one wanted Rantaro to die, man. We all wanted to find out who he was, what he was about. Obviously not. I mean, maybe, but... Yeah. And? Are you thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, Kokichi? Yeah. That's, you know... Okay, I'll give you credit, Kokichi. You said something halfway decent there. Well, now we don't know if it's her. If anything, like, she seemed pretty surprised when she found out what the cameras were really being used for. So, but I know Kokichi again. He's not. He seems like he's fucking smart. Right? He's definitely not stupid. So maybe he's just having fun. You know, he seems like that type of character that does exist in Danganronpa. In the Danganronpa series, is like kind of like a returning cast member, like the character that is like kind of mischievous and wants to fuck things up just because he finds it enjoyable, you know. Why don't you ask Atua? Maybe he'll have the answers. No, Mew has a potty mouth, but like, she doesn't seem like a bad person. Again, Tsumuki coming in with like the snide remark that isn't necessarily mean-spirited, just the way that she communicates. She just points out things and says them like, "Am I right?" You know, like in a kind of an ironic way. That's what I've chosen to believe anyway. Maybe she is a total bitch, right? Who knows? But like, that's what I've chosen to believe. I've chosen to like as many characters as I can in this game. Okay, so these are the weak spots, right? So like, rather there were the orange/yellow weak spots before, and now we have blue ones, right? These are called agree points as opposed to argue points or refute points. I think it's argue points. So yeah, you have to flip your way of thinking. Basically, like, whereas with the yellow ones/orange ones, you have to like point out a contradiction. In this, you pick the blue weak spots that kind of corroborates your train of thought, if you will, like the kind of like supports what you're thinking. Yeah, so you can result in a consent with that person and make them feel a bit, you know, raise their self-esteem slightly so that they don't loathe themselves as much. That's always a good service to be done for people, to give them a bit of self-confidence. Okay, system, I got you, babe. You got me, babe. Yeah. I'll see you later, when this is all done. I've got a bottle of whiskey with your name on it in my bedroom. I like this as well. Yeah, so like, the person who's being accused like comes out to the center and like, oh, it's just, everything has improved in terms of production value over the first two games. Of course, because yeah, she never went to the library, and I know why. It's Corey Kiyo's account, but like, yeah, so yeah, the first two games were PSP games, and they were ported like a few times. Well, first to the Vita, and then to Steam, and then also to PlayStation 3 and 4, I believe. I don't know if it was both those systems. I think it was, but one of the PlayStation systems. But like, yeah, so, but like this is like an actual game that was developed with like next generation consoles in mind, not the PSP. So that's why the production value is so much better. Damn it! Move too quickly. Break. Have a Kit Kat, man. I could go for a Kit Kat right now. Or I might actually go for one after this. It's like late at night right now, but I don't give a shit.
僕は食堂で最後の晩餐をいただいていた時それを見ているんだちなみにメニューは孫の誕生日に買ったケーキを一人で食べるおばあちゃん風パスタだよ
悲しいエピソードしか浮かばないけど最終的には孫もおばあちゃんが美味しくいただいたんだね
Isn't that cannibalism? But the incestuous type of cannibalism, if that even is a thing. I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't come up with a term for it. It's like eating your own family members specifically. Like, it's not just cannibalism, it's like familial cannibalism, if you will. Not that that even matters, it's just fucking... Who would do that shit anyway? Fuck them. I like Tsumuki, like, she's an acquired taste. I think, like, a few years ago I would have, like, her character archetype would have really grated on me. But maybe perhaps since I'm doing this playthrough, and I'm expressing myself, like, I'm just, I don't know. I like her. Because, like, I think mostly because her characterization is subtle, you know, it's just something that you can miss because she seems normal and she's always saying how she's plain, right, but like she's anything but in a way, you know. She's cool, I like her. I gotta give it up to the voice actor for like Kokichi as well. It's fucking crazy. ついでに言っておくと食堂には他に白金さんと食堂 I remember that from my Takapo playthrough. Shokudo iko? Cafeteria. Okay, so we've established that like Miyu plus the other 3 people, aka Kyo here. Who else was it? The maid and one other person were in the dining room. Tsumugi as well in the dining hall. And now she's explaining her alibi, or not her alibi, but like, you know, what she was doing when she went to the bathroom. God, oh god. This game is really... In a way it's refreshing, like how crude it is. Because you have characters like Miyu, you have the Monokids, and they're all just really fucking crude. They talk about shitting and fucking and all of this shit openly. And I don't know how to feel about it, because on one hand it's not very tactful, I suppose. Not tactful, but like... It leaves little to the imagination, but it's also refreshing because it's just like... They talked about fucking. They talked about taking a shit, you know, it's... As opposed to like... Not, like, you know, kind of like settling for something a bit more PC or whatever, right? I don't know. I think like Japan has gone over the whole koi... Oh god, I haven't been paying attention. The reason why Tsumugi couldn't have been disguised is because of cospox. Of course. We have first-hand experience of that. Of course we would know about that. Anyway, I'm rambling over this and I'm not really like kind of giving any attention to what's going on, but yeah, just to finish what I was saying, like, yeah, like I think Japan is over the whole koi. There's still like what I'm referring to is like things that you witness in like harem anime, where like some of the girls, aside from like the more tsundere ones, like they always like, you know, like when they're close to saying something lewd or like something like a bit kind of like, you know, like a bit like toilet humorish or something like that, like they always kind of like get angry and start hitting the male protagonist. And I think like Japan is starting to move out of that, at least with games like this, right? People just come out and say like, oh, I have big tits, you have small tits, fuck you, bitch, you know, or like, did you take a hot hard shit or a soft mushy shit, you know, without like kind of like being all coy about it, which is kind of refreshing. Again, it's not very sophisticated. Not that that really even matters, I guess, but whatever. I'll shut up now and focus on what's going on instead of rambling. So cool. Yep, so we've established that the people in the dining hall have an alibi, and that Tsumugi couldn't have cosplayed as someone. Even that is kind of a ridiculous claim, but you know, I guess we have to cover all bases here. Excuse me. I guess the next point of contention is going to be with Gonta, because they're going to be like, yeah, what about the basement people? And then they're going to be, well, we were together, but then Finky left, and then Finky shut himself in a room. This is Kaito and Tenko. Oh, well, okay, this is when they all went down. I like, in the Japanese there, she actually specifies that, like, the deceased Rantaro, Shinda Amami-kun. That's like a slightly weird for like Western cultures, but also in like nice kind of detail to put in there. I guess like maybe in Japan or at least in Kaide's case here, she wanted to say that to be respectful, but like, you know, for like people with a Western mindset, it's like to point out the fact that he died. Like, is that really necessary? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. Seriously? Oh god. I guess that's what makes these characters like they have to make all of the characters likable in some way, right? And usually, like, you start off with some characters that you just absolutely cannot stand, like Tenko, like even Himiko's a bit annoying. Even this guy's slightly annoying, but like eventually, like they'll display some kind of weird thing that makes them likable. I guess that's Danganronpa charm. I like that sprite. Not sprite, but like that portrait. Yeah. You're gonna be under the chalk pin block next, Gunter, so you better be prepared.
Atua saw everything. He's my witness.
Kaito's face, man. Ah, it's brilliant. I like also how like this game is really good at referencing like prior material, but packaging it in a way that's distinctly different, right? Because like Kaito is really reminiscent of a few characters. By a few characters, I mean one from each of the first two Danganronpas, right? Kazuichi from Danganronpa 2 and Leon from Danganronpa 1, right? He's the same kind of archetype for those characters, and he's really reminiscent of those characters. But he also managed his gestures and his mannerisms, some of them are like really similar to those other two characters, right? But like at the same time, he's his own character, and he has very distinct like distinctions, I guess, in personality-wise from the other two characters. Anyway, so yeah, this is a new thing called the mass panic debate. Yeah, so this is basically like non-stop debate on crack, and I get the feeling this is probably going to kill my PC slightly. I hope it doesn't kill it too much because I have the graphics set on high. And my PC isn't the newest or the most powerful, so like, and I've played through this already, like I said. So yeah, this might be kind of rough. So let's hope that it doesn't tank too much. Yeah. Okay, so we have to do 3 non-stop debates at the same time, basically. So it's gonna be rough. Let's do this. Please don't lag too much, man. Seems okay so far. A bit laggy, but receive on Shuichi. I need to focus on what contradictions it is. Atua, who that person? Rantaro's the only one who left in the middle. He's not the only one who. That's the only weak spot, though. Yeah, okay. It's helping him out on the first one. Because I think Maki, yeah, said that Gonta left, so like, yeah, this is what's going to lead to us shifting our suspicion over onto poor Gonta here, but oh well. What needs to happen must happen for the good of mankind. Please hit the V spot. Yeah! Weevil! Voluptuous, I think is what I said a couple episodes ago. Weevil vigilante, bitch! Maki, man. Feisty. Wow. Huh. You just noticed. I made that joke late as well, like, so I'm not one to talk. Not joke, but that realization. That articulation.
上等な料理に蜂蜜をぶちまけるがごとき思想。
でもどうして鍵までかけていたの？
それはイメージトレーニングに集中したかったからだけど。
イメージトレーニング？
ゴンタが疑われてるの？どうして？だ
からあなたにアリバイがないからですって。
じゃあそのアリバイって言ってくればいいんだね。わかった。今から急いで
I mean, yeah, they're right to suspect him, but I wouldn't say that it's because he doesn't have an alibi. Like he has a stronger alibi than some other people, right? Namely, the people who weren't there even, like in the first place, aka the 3 people who were unaccounted for. But in a sense, like the fact that those people don't have alibis potentially could be more like absolving in terms of like their involvement in this, because no one saw them, right? And if no one saw them, like they couldn't possibly have, or rather, like you could argue that they couldn't possibly have been involved in the murder. Whereas someone like Gonza, even though like he has a stronger alibi in the sense that like at least people saw him, people saw where he was, he locked himself in the room, you know. But by virtue of the fact that he was close, he's probably, and people saw him, I guess he was more likely to have done it. But then again, you could argue like, would someone who actually premeditated murder actually be like volunteer to be seen in the Angie? Green. Yeah, to be seen in the crime scene, or would you do it from far away and no one would suspect you? So, one of those things. That's the beauty of Danganronpa, I suppose, is you get to suspect and try on many different perspectives and theories as to like what could have happened, who could have done it. Well, we don't know that yet, Consta, so I can't refute that. It's probably about the door or something. Yeah, this is going to be it. I probably don't even have to listen to this a second time. Okay, well, I don't know if... Okay, it's probably that. Never mind, I have to do this twice, but only because, like, it kind of caught me off guard because, like, it was, yeah. But I guess with the sliding door, so I'm contradicting, or rather, like, the contradiction is that, like, it couldn't have been with the sliding door because the door was stuck, right? And then that's going to lead us to the next point. That, like, no, it could open, it just couldn't, you just couldn't fit, like, a normal-sized person through it. Ew, everyone's getting grown horns and shit with the distortions on the screen. It's so weird. There we go. 2 recounters. Count them. Kaide defending this kind, innocent jungle man. How could you tell that by what she was saying? Oh, localization team. You did a great job. You really did. I mean, like, to be fair, right? I'm only being an asshole. That was the sound of his torpedo sinking her battleship. God, that pose. I love that pose. It's just so like, oh, you know, it's great. Oh.
ごめんなさいね、極原君。あなたを追い詰めるつもりはないのだけれど、全力で協力すると言った以上は、私もその責務を果たさなければならないのよ。
I don't know if it's responsibility so much as it is like point of view masquerading as responsibility due to the fact that you are perceived as the ultimate maid, which is a very convoluted way of saying on my part that like she's kind of hiding behind like responsibility, but this is her like genuine opinion that she actually suspects him. So it's not so much a responsibility as it is her like just her expressing her opinion. But anyway, shut up, Bo. Stop trying to overcomplicate things with your stupid analyses. You sexy British boy. What the fuck? Oh boy. Of all places, I have to like kind of go a bit crazy during the class trial. But I guess it's because like there's so much voice acting going on that like I don't. Maybe I should be paying attention. Maybe I should be paying attention. Damn. Check out those sweater dicks from the side. Okay, and how could he have done that, Kirumi? Give us the lowdown. Give us the skinny. Give us the I love you, Prinny. What? That's a thing from Disgaea. And also a PSP game that was insanely difficult, that was kind of actually charming, but... yeah. Prinnies, eh? They're cute. Okay, so we're finally addressing one of Shuichi's like random hypotheses. With the projector screen being able to be rolled up into a roll that you could use as some kind of a pole. Yeah. But I mean, it's still a toss-up, right? Because what if he was facing the rear door as you did that? Like, you'd be fucked. You know, you would literally be fucked. I mean, like, you wouldn't be any danger, but like, still, like, you'd be fucked because the person would know that you would be up to something like suspicious, right? Hoganta. True. True. Oh. And why would that be, sweet cheeks? Give us your detective deduction. Deduct that shit. Okay, so it doesn't. So apparently it only recognizes living beings. Living breed cheese. I want some cheese right now. So I can have some crazy ass dreams. For a maid, you're very opinionated. And you like to hide behind things. Like words. Of course, I'm also myself, like, just making shit up right now, but like, maybe that's the case, I don't know. It's too early, it's only the first class trial, and I doubt that Kirumi actually has anything to do with this class trial, so... Whoa. That's what that face sounds like to me. This is the only.
人が通れない隙間でも砲丸なら通すことが
This is pretty much the only thing, though. I mean, you had to have, like, obviously it had to have been like traveling at a velocity, right, to actually do any damage. I mean,
砲丸を投げ
you know.
被害者に当てることは可能なの。
けどかなり距離がありそうだぞ。
それにあの砲丸ってかなり重いけど。
忘れたの？極原君にはあの重そうなマンホールでさえ軽々と持ち上げるほどの腕力があるの。彼ならこの距離から砲丸を投げて当てることくらい可能じゃないかしら。
どっかのちりとり専用ロボはともかくゴンタだったらできそうだね。
Roomba. The
ちり
fuck?
とり専用ロボ
Oh,
僕の中ではなさそうですね。
I get you.
僕はちゃんと掃き掃除もしますから。
I got what you mean.
どうなんですかボンタさん。あの距離でも砲丸を投げられそうなんですか。
それはできると思うけど。
また素直に言っちゃうんだね。
Sunao dane, Gonta-kun. Gonta-chan.
ボンタすごい。超高校級の砲丸投げ選手でもいけちゃうな。
Angie, will you marry me?
ボンタで決まりだな。
I'll swear my allegiance to Atua. I'll drink that Kool-Aid. Just be my wife.
虫も殺したことないんだよ。本当なんだよ。
I'll even get the derma piercings. No, I won't. I'm not a fan of piercings, although I have a pierced earlobe. Because, you know, you're young, we're all young once. We all think it's cool to rip a hole in something. One, because it shows we're badass, and two, because it's fashionable. We've all been through that stage where we've made some questionable decisions regarding body modifications. Some more than others. Oh well. It's your vessel.
犯人はゴンタで
Oh
決
god.
定だ。
だから違うんだって。
This is going fast.
男子の言い訳は見苦しいですよ。
That face, man. Get it out of here. Oh god.
ちょうど直線上にあったわ。
This is nice.
その土地
I
に
like
障害
this.
物をね
No obstacles in the way. No obstacles in the way.
扉を開けさえすれば砲丸を投げて当てることは可能そうだね。
Let's try true.
普通の人間なら届かない距離
Only the
だ。
average person can make that shot.
極原の怪力があれば問
The
題ねえ
superhuman
だろ。
strength like Gonta's is a different story.
図書室裏口の扉を
Afterwards, to close the back door to the library, he would have used
スクリーンを使えばいいん
a
だ
rolled up projector screen.
なんだ結論が出ちゃったね。
See, that's all there is to it. Is this what we're going with? No, this is Actually, the situation in the library was different from what everyone remembers. If everyone's on the wrong track, I need to guide them to the right answer. If I don't, we'll never expose the mastermind.
犯人はゴンタで決定だ。
Right, so...
だから違うんだって。
Okay, let's have a quick look at our truth bullets here. Right? So what do we have? We have the Monokuma File 1, which probably has nothing to do with anything. We have the moving bookcase.
ちょうど直線上にあったわ。
We have the receiver.
その途中には障害
These
物
people's account. What was Kibo's account? I don't think Kore Kyo's account has anything to do with it. I think we already used it. And it just basically validates those four people's alibis, right? Kibo, not useful, nothing to do with this point. Sliding door we've used. What was the other ones? Receiver on Shuichi. The bookcase. That has nothing to do with anything, right? But like, if we look at the moving bookcase, right? If you look at the moving bookcase, you will see in it, like, and in particular, if we look at these photos, the hidden door photos, not the front entrance photos, not the rear entrance photos, but the hidden door photos, right? You look at both photographs. Can you see a door in the distance in the shot? You cannot, because what is blocking the door why it is the moving bookcase. So we just need to shoot this shit at... Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. I think I missed it. Whoops. Okay. Okay, it's one of these, right? Yeah. Damn! I don't know what noise I was trying to make there. I was trying to say damn, but then damn is not something you say when you do something right, so maybe. You gosh darn tootin', there was an obstacle. Obstacle? I'm gonna look it up right now. I know, like, I'm kind of in the middle of something, but I'm gonna have a look at the voice actor list here because I'm pretty certain. Oh god. Let's see. What proves the bookcase was open when Taro was killed? The photos, which is what we just looked at. Okay. Okay, no, that's the... Huh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, wait. Oh. No. Okay. No, they are not. No, they are not. And sorry, I'm not focusing at all on what's going on. So yeah. Yeah. So we're establishing here that like the bookcase is in the way, basically. But yeah, like. Yeah. Nice pun, Ryoma. You're practically... You're really a pun guy to be around. Yeah, so just looking at the IMDb for Danganronpa V3, no, it is not the same voice actress or seiyuu for Shuichi and Monokuma, although apparently they are both like legendary seiyuu. The person who voices Shuichi is Megumi Hayashibara, who is like an iconic voice actress from like the 90s, and was really famous for like singing a lot of like theme tunes. I think she sang Cruel Angel's Thesis, which is Evangelion. Yeah, the Evangelion theme. You know that song? And then apparently this person voiced... Oh, sorry, I'm so not paying attention right now. Tarako is someone who voiced... Damn, she was born in 1960. She's just... Damn. I mean, she's like 50-something. She was the voice for Chibi Maruko-chan. Or in my language, Yingtou Siyunji. In Cantonese, Yingtou Siyunji is Chibi Maruko-chan, which is like a really famous like anime from like the 80s and 90s. She was also in My Neighbor Totoro. Oh god, sorry, I'm not paying attention. I need to, I'll stop. Okay, I kind of got a bit like fanboyish for a second because like these are really famous like seiyuu. Danganronpa is like has been famous for using like, or notorious I should say, for using like, you know, like stellar like voice actors and actresses, so that's definitely no surprise there. Okay, so I think we haven't completely cleared Gonta, but like we established that he couldn't have killed Rentaro from the AV room. Well, I think we pretty much know where the shot put was got from. The question is like, how was it used? How did who used it? You know, that's. I mean, the thing is, anyone could have gotten the shot put, right? Shuichi, did you get it? I mean, like, I don't know. Why is he so quiet all of a sudden? Shut up, Himiko. Oh, okay. Don't shut up, Himiko. Shut up, Bo. Suspicious conversation with someone. Suspicious conversation. The top of my head, I can't remember if he talked to anyone, or in, you know, let alone in a suspicious way. I don't know about that, Angie. I don't know about that. Oh, do tell. Hi. I'm listening. Super serious, brother. Hey. Without being caught by the cameras. Okay, I think we're starting to come to a head here. Because if you were to avoid the cameras, in order to avoid the cameras, there would have to be someone who knows where the cameras are. So it comes down, because at this point, right, we've already cleared a few people, not fully from suspicions, but like we've established that it's highly unlikely that they're involved, right? Inside the hidden door. Oh yeah, okay. No, this is yeah. Well, this is kind of a point that is solely like hinging on a certain person's testimony, right? Like this whole card reader dust truth bullet, that's completely like it hinges completely on like a certain person's testimony, aka the ultimate sweet cheeks detective, right? You know, as long as if he's not lying, it holds true, right? But if he is lying, he could have been the one, right? Fuck, keep missing it. I'm wasting time, losing points. I need the points, man. I need to pass a good grade, go good university, go good, get good job. I like that little thing. I shouldn't have skipped it, maybe. Like the thing that flew around Angie, like the religious shit. Okay, this is the one I need. Urgh. No. Oh, did I hit the wrong thing? I think I hit the wrong thing. I think my left hand like kind of moved. I was after that. God damn it! Stupid fingers won't move the way I wanted them to move. Ah! There we go. I almost did it again. Because for some reason I kept hitting L, and L's like change, or left bumper I should say. Some of the lines are a bit harsh, but that's always the case with like English localizations. You know, because like usually the characters are just like asking something innocently, like right there, like Angie was like, even though Atue said it, like that's what literally she said. It's like, so like you're saying that like it's not true even though Atue said it, not like you dare challenge Atue. I think that's a bit too forceful, the translation. But again, I'm nitpicking, so fuck me. I'm not the one who's being paid to localize, you know, more or less a AAA title, so I should shut the fuck up. It's only a minor thing anyway, who cares? Based on one person's testimony. You know, I'm just saying, you know, that's just my thoughts. I'm not the one in the hot seat, I'm a weirdo playing this game on the internet. So like my investment in this is not super high, but you know, I'm just saying that like it's all that you're just basing it on one person's testimony. But I think we're moving closer and closer to what I'm thinking of this. Okay, yep, so again, I'm cutting this because Clash Royale is dragging on a bit. Like, this is called Rebuttal Showdown. Basically what happens is like there's lines of white text that come that don't really, you know, yeah, they have information, but like you don't have to really concern yourself with the content of it. All you need to do is cut them down to the point where you advance, and then once you can advance, then you'll start to get weak points that you can actually cut with these other truth blades, right? But the thing is, like, it's slightly different in this one, like, yeah, like, it's slightly different. I think in this one, like, you don't actually get, like, I don't think you actually get, like, like, you have, like, a limit of, cuts, usually. My analog stick is not doing me justice here. Join everyone. It's one of the photos. There's only one weak spot, right? So what are we after? Like, let's see what we're looking at here. We have to look at these photos. Maybe it's these ones because we didn't. What is he saying? Let's see. Not if they went back into hiding. Right after killing Rentaro. Then once everyone gathered around the body, all they gotta do is act like they just ran into the crime scene. Join everyone. Yeah, that's the only one. Rejoin everyone. What do we have here? Like, let's have one more look. Rentaro's belongings and Monokuma file have nothing to do with this. It's one of these photo sets. Kibo. What's a shoot moving camera? I'm gonna go with the front entrance photos. This is the first one I'm not too sure about, despite the fact that I've already played through this. But okay, cool. I guess because like had they rejoined everyone, they would have been. Well, like, yeah, everyone's in the photo, so. I'm not really sure what I'm saying basically, but like I'm sure Kaide will explain it here.
は私と犀原君と地下にいた桃田君と茶柱さんが駆けつけたところ。こっちのは地下にいた残りの4人が茶柱さんに悲鳴を聞いて駆けつけてきたところ。最後の写真は死体発見アナウンスを聞いた残りのみんなが駆けつけてきたところね。全員の駆けつけてきたところがしっかりカメラに撮影されてるんだよ。だから誰かが図書室の中にずっと隠れてたって推理は通らないんだよ。
確かにどいつもこいつも図書室の外から駆けつけているみてえだな。どうやらまだまだなのはあんたじゃなくて俺の方だったらしい。
Come on, Ryoma, you're a cool dude.
いいんだよ。こうやって可能性を潰して真相に近づくんだからさ。
Kaide.
犀原君。
Shuichi.
そうだね。
Why are you so quiet, man? Yeah.
やはり問題となるのは犯人がどのように図書室に出入りしたのかということね。
まずはその問題を片付けましょう。そうしないと僕らは先には進めません。
でも不思議だよね。仕掛けたカメラに姿を残さず天海君を殺すなんてさ。
まるで透明人間の仕業じゃな。だがうちの魔法ではない。
Wait a minute.
うちの魔法では半透明が原
Wait
理
a
だ
minute.
からな。上半身だけで精一杯
No, no, no. Well, it doesn't change my suspicions, but like they were saying how like the receiver is like you can turn it off. But that really doesn't have anything to do with anything because like even if the culprit switched the receiver off,
あそこから入ったんじゃないの。
they still would have been caught on camera
だけど
by the other two
あの
cameras.
通気ダク
You
ト
know.
がつながってる教室は、私と犀原君が見張りに使ってたんだよ。
では赤松たちの隙をついたんじゃな。犯人が透明人間になって。
Shut up, Himiko.
さんは透明人間に対する並々ならぬこだわりがあるみたいですね。
Shut up, Tenko.
それも無理だと思う。犯人が通気口から図書室に忍び込んだ可能性はないよ。
Shut up. Bro. No one stuck into the library through the vents. Shit. What is the evidence that proves no one snuck through the library through the vent? It's not the classroom vent. Bloody shop. Rentaro's belongings. Receiver. Stacked books would be my other guess. I remember them stressing that like I'm gonna try that next, I think. Yeah, because Kaide stacked the books in front of the vent so that they wouldn't be able to get past.
もし誰かがあそこから出入りしてたら本が崩れてたりしてるはずだけど、捜査の時に確認してみたら本はちゃんと積まれたままだったんだよ。
通気口から出る時に本をどかしてその後で戻したんじゃねえのか。
その作業を狭い本棚の上でするのはさすがに難しいんじゃないかしら。
通気口も無理でどっちの扉も無理で、じゃあ犯人はどこから図書室に出入りしたの？
That is a question, right? Like, they didn't throw the ball at him? Because in order to even throw the ball at them, like, they would have had to be in the room, right? Unless there was some kind of contraption that they set up, you know, that triggered, I don't know.
インターバル？何それ？つまり犯人はカメラが仕掛けられてることも知ってたし、カメラのインターバルのことも知ってたんだ。で、そのインターバルの間に図書室に忍び込んだんだ。そうすりゃカメラに映らねえで済むからな。さすがは美人すぎる俺様。
I don't know. Because
ねえ、イルマさん、そのインターバルって何？ああ？てめえは今さら何言ってやがんだ。知っての通り、あのカメラは一度シャッターが降りると次に撮影できるようになるまで30秒
I mean, it's possible. It is possible.
もともとは手動のフィルムを自動で巻き上げるように改造したせいなんだけどな。
It is possible. If it were through the rear entrance to the library, so someone tailed Rantaro into. Oh god. Oh god. Well, this is where we have finally reached the point that I had been afraid of all this time. So here we are with Shuichi. He knew about this interval thing. He also volunteered to go downstairs during the time when the others were downstairs. He could have waited in an ambush. Not an ambush, but like, he could have waited in hiding until he saw Rantaro, who he could have thought was the mastermind for all we know. You know? I don't know, Kaide, like, you know, and he could have waited until Rantaro left. Waited at like, you know, in the stairwell. Trailed, knew about the intervals, trailed Rantaro in, and done him in. Maybe he didn't throw it at him, maybe he just fucking smashed him over, cracked him over the head with it. I mean, that's just, I think that happened. Definitely. 30 seconds, it doesn't seem like a very long time, but all it takes is a crack on the head, right? A crack on the head, and then you bounce. And he could have, if the bookcase had moved, he could have switched the receiver off. Oh god. Oh god, it's happening. It's finally happening. This is it. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry, Shuichi, but you were the one, unfortunately, that I suspected all along. You're a nice guy. You seemed like you were always behind Kaide. You trusted her, she trusted you. But just everything that happened in this first chapter, with the inception of your plan, and then like, you know, the carrying out of your plan, like it just there were so many signs, you know, like your kind of just like your kind of knowledge of the details and like the weird moments where you were quiet. And then this whole interval thing that you didn't tell me, or Kaede rather. And now you're not saying anything. Like, I don't know what to say at this point. Like, you're the only person, man. You're the only person. Kaede, seriously? Are you absolutely sure that he isn't? Is this some blind optimism? Why are you so into him? Like, you gave him so many pep talks, like... God. This might be a very long entry. It's already been an hour and a half. But we are finally getting to, you know, the climax of this.
Well, the trial is racing toward its thrilling conclusion. Do you want to know who the culprit is? Obviously I know, because I know everything.
What?
Anyway, since I know everything, I'll give you the whole story later. Try your hardest to nab the culprit, and believe me, that's no lie. If I lied, it would shake the game to its very foundation. So trust me and please enjoy the class trial without any worries.
Boy. Boy. I don't like this, man. But... But the thing is, like, but if Shuichi did it, why didn't he take advantage of the blood perk? Is it because, like, he had the fear from, like, that one case he talked to us about? You know? Where, like, he was afraid that, like, people would take revenge on him? Maybe that's why. Maybe it's just cowardice. What made you say that, Kaede? Okay, but, like, who else could have done it? No, I'm not trying to be an ass here, but, like... Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to be an ass. Well, I don't know if I disagree with you, Oma, or Kokichi. Oh god, Kaede, you are just one optimistic person, that's all I can say, you know. I'm not even gonna say to you what might happen if you go through with this, but I don't know. I guess you're just trying to protect him, but yeah, that was after he came back, right? So it couldn't have been because like yeah, which was during the time frame when the bookcase swung open. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. Oh god, that face. I mean, yeah. I mean, are you gonna say something, Shuichi? I mean, like, everyone's pretty much convinced it's you, but like, you're not saying anything. Like, really, that's the most incriminating thing of all. You know, didn't Ryoma say something about he who says something, or like, people like those who speak win? I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I just don't see any other way right now. But I mean, it's also strangely, it still feels a bit premature somehow. Like, it's like, I'm pretty convinced it's Shuichi at this point, but it's just like the game is making me like, giving me weird vibes, like maybe there's something that we don't know about or something. Like, I feel like with Danganronpa there's always a fucking twist. Right when you think, like, you know, it couldn't be any different, but... Anyway, yeah, this is white noise. So basically, this adds another kind of component to the whole non-stop debate thing. It's called white noise, but, like, technically it's purple noise, right? Because, like, it shows as purple text. And you have to shoot it down, because sometimes it blocks weak spots. But most of the time... Yeah, it was red this time, but, like... I need to increase. Can I do that right now? I don't think I can. It'd be nice to increase my thingy speed because it's a bit slow. My reticle speed. Secretly moved it in order to trigger. Is that like an MGS reference? What? He did have it on him, right? When did he give it to me? Let me have a look at that. Security sensor. Or receiver on Shuichi. Yeah, it was on him. Lockout classroom. Says the basement. Although Shuichi left briefly to go check the basement, the two were together the whole time until the receiver went off. I think I remember having trouble on this point as well. Again, like I know I have to admit that I am hamming this because I kind of know what happens. I know I get the more that I say that, the more it kind of kills like the mood of the trial, but you know, I guess I just have to be honest in a sense. Every so often. Receive on Shuichi. Front. I don't know if the photos are related. That's the only weak spot, right? No, secretly moved it. Oh shit, that's the wrong truth bullet. Fuck. God fucking damn it. Did I not equip my skill? That would be so lame if I didn't. Oh god. Okay, I want the receiver on Shuichi. No. God, I might die if I'm not careful. Got 2 more hearts. Receiver on Shuichi. Sensor was placed on the moving bookcase, so in case... Look at classroom. Photos. So they're arguing that like Shuichi had the actual sensor on him, or a sensor, and the one that he planted like was like, I mean, it might have been a sensor, but like maybe he had another sensor on it. Maybe is that the argument that they're making? So they could have like, so he could have just triggered it by like moving it in front of something, like himself, to make it ring. And Kaide is saying that it's not possible, and she has a way to prove it. I remember having trouble with this one, and then like I kind of forgotten like what I need to do in this particular situation. Let me review this. The sound Kaide heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm. So when Kaide heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase. Only an idiot could make that mistake. Say something. Couldn't have had a sensor on him. That's right, and I should have the evidence that proves it beyond the shadow of a doubt. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. Secretly moved. Look out classroom. I'm somewhat at a loss here. Secret bookcase, let me think. Secret bookcase was not what triggered it. But I think it was. I don't know. Maybe they're right, but like, but I don't know. But it seems as though they're wrong. Okay, close. until the receiver went off. I guess that's pretty much the only thing that I can... I don't know. Fuck. I think I'm gonna die. But luckily, like, I can retry if I fail here. I hope. I mean, I can't do like the I'm gonna have to try everything, I think, because my brain isn't working right now. What? Fuck you! No! That was what I wanted. Damn it, I didn't equip the fucking skill that I bought for 16 friendship tokens. That is so unfortunate. I'm running out of time as well, I think. I've got a minute and a half left. Please, fucking... Nope, that's wrong. Is it one of the photos? Damn it. Let's try this again. Okay, so far... I don't know if I tried receiver on... I think that was the first thing I tried. Oh, let me try this actually. No, that doesn't work. Okay. I just want to... I want to do it by process of elimination now because I have no earthly idea, honestly. So lookout classroom is about the only thing I can do here. No, that doesn't work. So it has to be one of the photos. The thing that proves that what does the sensor do? Okay, it was when it was moved. So it has to be something to, like, if it were one of the photos, it would be this one. Opening the moving bookcase. The second one is him removing the camera. Or attempting to. That's all I have right now. Yay! Now I'm gonna have to see why that is the case because I have no idea. I think I remember having trouble with this before. Then this photo wouldn't have been taken, I guess. Yeah. Come on, Mr. Supreme Overlord. So what makes you so sure though, Kaede? Like, are you just blindly optimistic?
確かに防犯センサーは本棚に仕掛けられていて、犀原はその受信機を持っていた。ただ、犀原はその受信機の電源をオフにしていたんだ。
I mean, that's a possibility. But he was, but Ryoma was, not Ryoma, Rantaro was alive. Oh, okay, now I see what he's saying.
30秒のインターバルを利用することで天海の後を追って図書室に侵入したってわけだ。
I mean, that's definitely plausible. Sorry for my mumbling a bit, like it's late. And yeah, I don't want to disturb my neighbors, and yeah, I'm a bit tired, so apologies for that if I'm mumbling. What did he say? It's not looking good, Shuichi. Are you still not going to say anything? I mean, you continuing to stay quiet is all the more reason for us to doubt you. I mean, it seems like it really. It really does. Yep. Why don't you think he's the culprit? Why don't you think he's the culprit? Maybe because he's the culprit? I don't like. I mean, it's still. I mean, it still feels wrong. Something about this is still off. But like, what else do we have to go by? I can't see anyone else doing this. No one else. Unless you can't. Like, unless they suddenly pull something out of their ass right now, right this second. I just don't see this going any other way. How can you be so sure, Kaede? Like, please enlighten me. Okay. Yep, I did hear you. Or her, rather. Well, despite, like, how obvious this mechanic seems, like, this is the first time we're seeing it, so... So yeah, we can lie now, apparently. What? You have to lie to yourself. Interesting. And when you hold Y, the truth bullet will become a lie bullet with the opposite meaning. Releasing Y will shoot the lie bullet. When you use the lie bullet to argue or agree with someone's statement, it will become perjury. A statement that paints over the truth with lies. When lying, your influence gauge will drain. A successful lie bullet will restore it. But if you miss with your lie bullet, you will take damage, so be careful. Also, I heard a rumor that there's a secret way to advance debates. It's called a back route. Let's just say that only those who will lie well will be able to find it. Thank you muchly. That's certainly interesting. I don't know if it applies to this trial in particular, but maybe in future trials we will be able to take advantage of that back route thing. Okay, Shuichi also had the receiver. Of course it was. Which was taken without the alarm sounding. Then taking advantage of the camera's internal timer, Shuichi hid in the library and murdered the shit out of Mantaro. And then he grabbed a security sensor from the bookcase. No doubt about it. So he set off the receiver in front of Kaede on purpose, to make her think the murder had just happened. Praise be to Atoire. Yeah, I like that sprite, it's cool. So Shuichi was using... Is that Shuichi? If I can argue against that. Shuichi had the transceiver. Okay. Right. Oh, I like that. It's sinister.
ごめん、みんなに言いそびれちゃったことがあるんだ。
言いそびれたこと？
実は私なんだよね。防犯センサーの受信機を持ってたのって。は？だから犀原君が都合よく受信機の電源を切ったりできるわけがないんだよ。
Okay, I see what you're doing, Kaide, but where are you taking this? And why are you so sure that Shuichi isn't the killer? Is he not the killer? But he's not saying anything, that's the thing. Like, if he said something, then like we can at least hear his point of view, but like he's not saying anything, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, Kia, like that's what I'm thinking, but like the thing is like I mean considering like what Kaide did way back when we did the escape game, like it seems that maybe she's the type who would lead people just solely based on how she feels, even if it didn't lead them to like, you know, like prosperity and glory, like safety. Like she's willing to like lead people in the direction that she feels, and maybe right now she's feeling really strongly about protecting Shuichi, maybe because she finds that, you know, like she listened to his story and she felt sorry for him, and maybe she has something in mind. I don't know. Maybe somewhere in her own perception she thinks that like even in defending Shuichi she can find a way to save everyone. I don't know. That's what I'm getting right now, because I really don't see why Kaide is so adamant. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, like, yeah, she's just really adamant about saving Shuichi, like for no really adequately explored reason that she's giving anyway. And yeah, it seems that we can't pull one over Kokichi here, the master of lying. I mean, that's what I've come up with so far. Is that Kaide is just, for some reason, it's not, I don't want to spoil anything again, in case anyone who's watching this doesn't know what happens in the first and second games, but like, this isn't the first time this has happened, where like someone has completely defied all logic and gone with an action that is completely like just based off of some weird thing, like, you know, that they believe in, right? So yeah, Maki's right though. It's like, I don't know, like, who actually did it is the big question. Like, I'm pretty convinced by this point, right, that Kaede is standing up for Shuichi no matter what, right? So like, is he the real killer? I don't know. I'm kind of convinced he is, but like Kaede will just not let up on it. So, but I don't know. Yeah, everyone's, I guess, on my page, but what the fuck, man? What the fuck is going on right now? Like neither side will talk. Kaede won't explain why she's so adamant on protecting Shuichi, and Shuichi won't say anything. So like we're kind of at an impasse right now. Like what the fuck is going on? You have a belly button microphone? That's pretty cool. Oh, that as well. Like, I don't know, maybe they're just from decoration. Why is his face so like muddied on the left side? It's like he just rolled around playing rugby or something. I think that's just like a stylization for people for the portrait art. Again, I apologize if I'm muttering a bit, like it's just late. I'm trying to be quiet and I'm tired, so hopefully it'll be okay, but I am muttering slightly. Okay, wait, hold on a second. Let me save my game. In case I lose everything, right? But like, Kaide is adamant that Shuichi is not the killer. Not simply that she will protect him, but she's adamant that he's not the culprit. Right. It's like she's emphasized that point so much that it's come to my attention that it's not simply the fact that she's protecting him, but because she actually believes he isn't the culprit. And I just have to think, what is this leading us down? What is this leading us down? She's actually saying now that he is not the culprit. If we vote for him, all hope is lost. That must mean that he... For some reason, she doesn't believe that he's the culprit. It's not just that she's trying to protect him anymore. It's that she doesn't believe that he is the culprit. So, are you saying that he's not the culprit? So, are you going to explain yourself, Kaide? Why do you not think that he's the culprit? Not simply, I'm going to risk my life and everyone else's life for him, but why is he not the culprit? Why are you so sure of that? You know... Oh god, this first trial is exciting and interesting if nothing else. The first trial in any Danganronpa game tends to be really kind of intense, so... Okay, so we have something new here. Debate scrum. Wait, hold on. In the debate scrum, you'll be split into 2 teams. Then you argue your opinions against each other. But look, everyone's so fired up, the subjects of your statements don't match. That's not how you debate at all. You have to match your subject with your opponents and put them in the correct order. That's how you make a good debate. Your side's subject keywords will be displayed, but your opponent's subjects won't be revealed yet. Listen closely for the subject of your opponent's argument. Before your opponent finishes their statement, find the same subject keyword with the directional pad, and press Y to argue the subject with the same keyword. If you and your opponent's arguments match, then your opponent's keyword will be revealed. And when all the statements match up, you will enter the finale. Try to convince all your opponents at once. Continuously tap the button displayed on the screen to push your opponent's claim out. Don't be pushed back. Push their claim out for a perfect refutation. Okay, that's the noun form of that word. Thank you, game. No, thank you. Okay, so I have no idea. I vaguely remember this. I'm gonna have to remind myself. Okay, well this is cool. If nothing else. Well, this is definitely a spectacle. Oh, we're ascending into the heavens. This is getting all like Catherine on us. We're gonna be hopping blocks soon and running away from our demon baby. Alright, let's see how this works. You hid what you knew about the camera. Could have been disguised. I just pressed something randomly. Whoa. Okay, I'm guessing that was wrong. Intervals? Okay, maybe this is the right thing to do. Alibi. I'm just matching words up now. Okay, I think this is how you do it. Awesome. Together. Receiver. And then there's one more left, lie. It's already displayed there, so it must be the right one. Cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm skipping over the text. It's just like, if you miss the thing, you die, basically. Oh shit. Damn it. I pressed the wrong button. Oh shit. Nice. complete. That's cool. That's a fun little game. Okay, but are you gonna explain why you think that is Kaide? So you know it's not him. Like, that's completely in the clear now. You like believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is not him. So who is it? Tell us. Okay. It's not Shuichi, is what she's saying. It's not Shuichi. It's not Gonta. It's not any of the people who weren't there. Maki? But none of these other people knew about the cameras. Miyu? But she was in the fucking lunchroom. She was in the lunchroom. Oh god. No. No. Really? No. Are you serious? No. That's crazy. Oh my god. That is insane. Okay. 天海君が殺される直前の写真だよ。僕はずっと不思議に思っていたんだ。この時の天海君の行動をさ。不思議って？この写真を見る限りだと、天海君がカメラを取り。Yeah, so we're finally addressing this point. Oh man, no. If it's not Shuichi, and it's not Miyu, then there's only one other person. And if you think about everything that has happened up until this point, it really does not lie outside of the realm of possibility that it is only this other person who could have possibly done it. But first, let us address this point. So I made an observation earlier that, like, there is a difference between these photos for the hidden bookcase versus the other photos for the front entrance of the library and the rear entrance of the library. And that key difference is that, well, is what caused Rantaro to notice the camera. Right, and I think we're about to dive into this, so I'm not gonna... Yeah. It's... This is it. And of course, like, I'm not gonna... I'm gonna let this unravel itself. And then I guess we'll arrive at the truth, which is a crazy, unprecedented thing. Why did Rantaro notice the camera? Because of the flash. The reason why Shuichi is quiet... This is so crazy. Shuichi knew. We didn't know anything. Well, we already knew too, but what we knew was completely different from what I thought that we knew. And Shuichi also knew this. And that's why he kept quiet this whole time. And I guess pretty soon we're gonna stumble onto the next question regarding the cameras. Okay, so that's the front entrance. That's the rear entrance. And then this picture. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. The flash was on. The flash, for whatever reason, was left on, despite the fact that we had, for our plan, decided that we would make the cameras as undetectable as possible. And yet, in spite of that, the flash was left on. And what would that reason be? To lure the mastermind to the camera. It's interesting that, also that they introduced like this idea of the 30-minute interval, because that would explain why there's a distinct lack of photographs, right? Because you would suspect with all of the movement, or expect with all the movement, that there'd be a ton of photographs being taken, but because of the 30-second interval, you know. Yeah. Kaede. Kaede. Yeah. Who set the flash on? Who set the camera with the flash? I think this is it. All along we thought that Shuichi was the suspicious one. He put the plan into motion. He basically like did most of the planning and execution for the plan. And everything just pointed to him. You know? And I know this is, I guess, maybe a bit meta to talk about, but like also due to the first two games, like we had like there was kind of like a precedent being set with in terms of sidekicks, so like he would obviously be the prime suspect, and yet he isn't the killer, because the only other person who could have done it, who knew about all of this, despite the fact that she was the absolute least person that we would suspect, is the protagonist, Kaede Akamatsu. Fucking crazy, right? Fucking crazy. We did it.
者の正体にはたどり着けなかったね。
We did it.
ごめんね、みんな。ごめんね、天海君。
I mean, is this still? I kind of almost barely don't. I don't know what to think right now. Like, did she really do it? I mean, what happened to everyone suddenly? Why is this like seeming like a dream sequence or something?
それじゃあダメだよ。私はここで終わりかもしれないけど、せめて私の思いだけは君に託すよ、犀原君。ここからは君がやるんだよ。君がみんなを守るんだよ。赤松さん、
Kaede,
君は僕に託そうとしているんだね。
what were you thinking?
でもそれは
Did you really do it? Like, did you really kill Rantaro? Did you think he was the mastermind
分かった。
that much that you would kill him? Did you even know?
君が僕に託そうと
Maybe you
している
didn't. I mean, thinking back to like the investigation and everything, like you seemed,
無駄にはしない。
yeah, like she was so surprised when she learned that Rantaro was the one who died. And now when we look back, it makes sense. She didn't expect that to happen. And she was so adamant that the mastermind's identity would be uncovered.
赤松さんだね。
赤松さんが犯人？
そんなわけないじゃないですか。ねえ、赤松さん。
Oh, what the fuck is happening?
赤松さん。
まさか本当に。冗談だって。
冗談？
What?
え、もしかして本当に私が犯人だと思っちゃった。
Don't do this, Kaede. Don't do this.
やだな、そんなわけないじゃん。
Don't toy with our feelings, man.
天海君が殺された
Or
時、
girl.
私は犀原君と一緒に教室で見張りをしてたんだよ。その後で図書室に行ってそこで初めて死体を発見したんだから。そもそも私は天海君と会ってないんだって。彼を殺せるわけないでしょ。
Okay, so who fucking did it, Kaede?
そうだよね。
Who fucking did it? Will you at least enlighten us to that? Or are you just gonna blindly deny this?
あんな重い
And be all weird about it.
私にあると思う？私が叩けるのはピアノの鍵盤だけだよ。
Oh god, this is
あんたが犯人っていうの。
this is not cool.
犀原君の
Like I
でしょ。
this
場の空気を和ませ
who
よう
the
として
fuck
くれたんだ
like
よ。
I didn't see
そうだよね、犀原君。私があの砲丸で天海君を殺すなんてどう考えても無理だもんね。
But the people who are willing to find the truth are the ones who can decide their fate. If you never know the lies from the truth, then you can't choose a path. You won't even know you're on a path. So, fight for the truth, even if it is frightening. I know you can do this. If you're scared, borrow the strength of the others who will be there to help you. Think of everyone you're helping and let that be your strength. God.
冗談なんかじゃないよ。天海君を殺したのは間違いなく赤松さんだ。
Kaede!
なんだと？
Kaede, why did you do this?
そこまで言い切るということはどうやら犀原君
Shuichi, are you really gonna go through this? I mean, if it is the truth, then I suppose you have no choice, but...
もちろんだ。
だったら教えてくれる？私があの砲丸で天海君を殺した方法をさ。
赤松と犀原はずっと一緒にいたんだろ？そんなことができんのかよ。
赤松さんがどうやってあの砲丸を使って天海君を殺したのか。それはどこで砲丸を使ったのかを考えれば見えてくるはずだよ。どこで砲丸を使ったか。
I mean, she obviously didn't throw it. She obviously really didn't do anything directly with it. It's a heavy shot put ball. She was nowhere in sight. So how could she have done it? How could she have done it? We're going to go into that right now. There are a number of things. When we think back to the whole setup of the crime scene, you were. But the whole setup of the crime scene, what we were doing during that that setup, what, let's say, features were available to us in terms of location. And then if you really pay attention, you're taking all of this into account. The way that Rantaro died, and you really kind of consider the layout of the crime scene, like the direct crime scene where the body was, then I think that the way that she did it is going to become apparent. So let us kind of get through this now. How did she kill him? Yep. I like how you're actively condemning yourself, Kaide. That's pretty noble, all things considered. Yep, he was definitely killed in the library. No, that's something I can't stand behind, Kaide. I mean, are you going to condemn yourself or are you going to save yourself? You have to pick one. I know, like, you want us to kind of... And when I say us, it's no longer us anymore. Because I was always Kaide. But I'm not Kaide anymore. Well, maybe I am, I don't know. I'm fucking confused right now. I'm not paying attention. I'm too, like, caught up in the feelings, man. This is like an intense first trial. Really intense. Okay, I think it was the first one, because that's the one I wasn't really focusing on. Rantaro was killed. She was in the classroom. That's correct. No, it wasn't in the library. That's what we need to refute. But I'm trying to figure out how we're going to refute it. It's not these. At least I don't think it's Monokuma. Because this only tells you the time and how he was killed. So it's not that. Yep. Okay, Shuichi, we know. Guess where it was done. Again, thinking in terms of, like, the layout of the whole scene, not just localizing to the library, but what was another location that was linked to the library and how. With that, we will shoot the white noise like a fucking idiot and have to go through the cycle again and lose points. Yep, that's part of that's part of this case. So let's get back there. Let's this time anticipate the white noise. Yep. So it'll be this one, right? Okay. Yep. In the classroom. Because what is one thing that connects the classroom to the library? And what was Kaide doing, as I said, as we were preparing for the crime scene. She was posing as something else, or rather, she was posing her actions as something else. But what was she really doing on that ladder for that amount of time? What was she really doing?
無理に決まっておる。
それが可能なんだよ。教室のある場所に向かって投げれば、
Yeah.
砲丸を図書室に移動させることができるんだ。
And what would be needed to make that right spot accessible from the classroom? What would be needed? Definitely a complex contraption. One might even say a certain type of machine. Okay, so we have the Hangman's Gambit, which is a returning favorite. I don't know about the favorite part, but definitely returning, right? I've always not minded it, but like it's definitely not the most, let's say, intuitive mechanic in the class trial. But so yeah, okay. So in this case, we have to let me just review that real quick. Okay, I can't. So we have to shine a light to find out what these are. Can you guess what I'm spelling? You don't have to guess anymore. If you guessed, you get a prize. I love you. That's the prize. Thank you. Okay. Yep. But once you roll the shot put into the vent, passing through the duct, it's not enough. Because how do you get a shot put ball from the vent in the library all the way over to the spot right next to the hidden door? Right on top of where Rentaro was killed. And how would you know? How would you know that the person you were targeting would be in the right place to receive that shot put in its, you know, in its full mass, let's just say. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a bit like, yep, It's just, you know, I'm just kind of like pacing this along, but yeah. Now you're realizing it's Shuichi. This is insane. Like this first trial. Yep. How did it strike Rentaro's head? Well, it's not impossible. No, it did not start rolling on its own. It was definitely guided. How was it guided? With a bit of organization. Posing as experimentation. Nope, that did not happen. It did not happen by chance. It happened through design. Don't lose sight of the truth. Thank you for that, Kaide. I will take that to heart. Everything else you've said has been helpful to me. So let's see. I need to pay attention this time. How did it strike his head? No, it wasn't a magic shot. It did not start rolling on its own. At least I don't think so. I might have to revisit that point if I have no other points to Hit his head on the bookcase. No. That did not happen. It's tempting to think that, but I don't think that's happened. No, the corpse did not move on its own. No. Yep. Nope. I guess we have to do this. It's the wording that got me. It's not that it started rolling on its own, but it definitely started rolling. Oh god. Fucking hell. Time wasting, time wasting. Gotta be ready here. So let me get my focus gauge back. Fuck it. I'm not gonna aim for the B spot. Just fuck it. We're trying to. We're reaching out to the truth, man. I hold out. I reach out. I hold out on the truth. I watched that song. Yeah, we don't have time for V spots or G spots or whatever the fuck spot you want. We just gotta get the job done. Bish bash bosh. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
都合よく転がったわけじゃなくて、それも犯人の狙い通りだったんだ。犯人は本棚の上にあった本を利用して砲丸が転がる方向を調整していたんだよ。
And they made it look like she was just harmlessly helping out. There were no thoughts of like maybe. There was just nothing. It was just like, I'm just trying to help out. Let me see if these books need organizing. Maybe we could fit a camera on top of it. It's like, it was completely just clandestine. That would be Miss Lactate. Oh god. What a horrible joke. Just call her Lactate. I got more where that came from. How about pass? Gosh, I should just show it. This is not the time or the place to be making shitty jokes, okay? We're in the middle of a class trial. I'll do that once the class trial is over and we're back to that free time daily life shit, right? For now, let's be serious. I mean, at this point, this is merely just like yep, you can see it right there. This is merely just like a... What do you call it? Not a pleasantry, what do you call it? Formality, yeah, formality. This is kind of a formality. So you can see... Yep. Completely concealed behind a book. An ostensible, like, normal stack of books in front of the path. Because they were blocked. And then when she was reading the encyclopedia, was she really reading the encyclopedia? What a way to go, man. From above, without any warning. Just didn't know what hit him, man. Just went out like that. Crazy. Like, cracked his head open, basically. What a way to go, man. I can't say that I don't have any... Like, I can't say that I fully sympathize with the killer on this one. I mean, obviously I do. I very much do, but like... Really? I don't know. I mean, this is an extraordinary situation. Who knows what you or I would do? Who knows what I would do, let alone anyone else? But, God, you know, that is just not a very pleasant way of handling things, you know.
そして本棚の上に出てきた砲丸はストッパーとなる本の山に当たって進行方向を変え、階段状になった本の上を段差を降りるように進んでいったんだ。
I mean, even still, like, I guess, I don't know. This is so elaborate. I mean, like, but I suppose even if it failed, there would have been nothing to lose anyway. If anything, if it failed, it probably would have been a better outcome because no one would have to die. You know. It just so happened that, like, on the rare occasion that something this, like, convoluted actually worked. Because it could have stopped at any point, like, if any of the books were uneven, the shot put ball could have just caught itself in on one of the steps under its own weight, you know. But it just so happened that it worked this one time. There's so many things that could have gone wrong, you know, like you could have stopped at any point. Oh man, Rantaro, I feel so sorry for you. Like you really did not deserve to die. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you did. You know, as long as you love me. But you really did not deserve to die, man. And in such a way, you really have my sympathies, dude. I mean, I say that and he's already dead, so I don't know what I'm even saying, but that is, it's so unfortunate. Yep. That's what she said. I believe the term was Rube Goldberg machine. I'm not familiar with the term really, but that's what the term is, I think. And she was leaving the classroom. Because that's when she knew, once the receipt of the transceiver went off, that she had basically 30 seconds, like around the right time, for Rantaro to be in position and for the shot put to clonk him on the head. That would have been the perfect time to do that. Because even if like it took, even if it's 30 seconds, which is a long time, like he'd still be in the position trying to like find out what the camera was, trying to like take it out off the duct tape, you know. So yeah. So when I made that comment about what did you have in your hand that you were holding, it wasn't a broomstick. It was the metal ball of doom and death. The murder weapon.
今の言葉とその微笑みの意味、それは全ての犯行を認めるってことでいいんだね。
Who knows? But Kaito.
変なの。どうして桃田ちゃんが必死になって反応するの？
I mean, he cared about her, dude. Like, I get it. I don't know if it's love or romance or anything like that, but you know, he cared about her. He cares about people in general. We have like a weird assortment of characters in this entry into the series, and like, I know this probably isn't the best time to be talking about this in the middle of all of this action, but yeah, like I really feel that like they've really upped their game in terms of the characters. Like they've really kind of like gotten down to like what makes characters compelling and lovable, or likable, rather. And this latest entry is definitely kind of a sign that they have improved on that, or have been improving on that. How to make like real, maybe not real, but like likable characters, because like the most likable characters don't have to be real. And I mean, and that's true. Right? Anyway, let me focus on this. Stop. Yeah, man. Okay, I know. Yep. So what they're saying here is that, like, had Kaide actually rolled a big loud metal ball down into the vent and toppling down these books, then Rantaro would have heard something and looked up. But guess what? What was playing during the time when he was in the library? The exact same time that Kaide rolled the shot put through the ball. Could it be this obnoxious promotional video signaling our demise? Little did we know that it was actually signaling the demise of one of us. No. Okay, so I just need to find a point now. Sorry, Kaito. I know that you mean well, but I'm going to take that V counter off of you, and I'm going to tell you to sit down, because unfortunately, this is the truth. I mean, it was kind of lucky that the promotional video was playing during that time, because had it not, the plan probably wouldn't have worked, because Rantaro would have totally heard that shit. And even if, like, he did get hit by it, he would have been able to dodge it, because he would have been looking up. You know? God, like, that is not a good way to go. Like, I would not want to be... I mean, it's painless, I suppose, but, like, you know, it's just like being clonked on the head out of nowhere, out of the blue. That's not a good way to go, man. Yeah, Kaito. I'm sorry, dude. This is heartbreaking.
だとすると、赤松さんの犯行のほとんどは一緒にいた犀原くんの目の前で行われていたんだね。
その通りだよ。教室で砲丸を投げた時もそうだし。通気口の蓋を外して。
God, don't act like you're not fucking distraught right now, Shuichi. I mean, you're doing a good job. I know the whole point was for you to become more confident and strong. So I won't criticize you, but it's okay to feel like devastated, because I would be. If this shit happened to me, I'd be like, what the fuck? Seriously? It's just like, oh god, this is like tragic. Because she didn't mean to kill him. What was she trying to do? She was trying to take out the mastermind, basically. She didn't know who the mastermind was. She wasn't even 100% sure that there was a mastermind, or that he would be in the library at the time that they forecast, right? But that's what she planned. It wasn't like a completely premeditated thing. I think a lot of it happened like kind of on the fly. And it just so happened that this happened, you know, pretty like devastating. Yeah. And during that time, we were thinking that Shuichi was the suspicious one. We were like, what's taking him so long? You know, is he getting poison? Is he thinking about poisoning someone? You know, what the fuck is he doing? But like, yeah, the things that I was holding into my backpack, we thought were just the cameras, but there was also an iron ball. Where else? Only one place. Where else did she stuff all of her belongings? In her backpack.
赤松さんのリュックだよ。彼女はその中に凶器を入れて持ち運んでいたんだ。いくら重い砲丸とはいえ、背負って運べないことはないからね。君はリュックに替えのベストを入れていたけど、砲丸はそれにくるんでいたんじゃないの？そうすれば一緒に入れたカメラを砲丸が傷つけることもないしね。
I don't know, Shuichi, like, are you really okay with this? I know that Kaede was like, please, don't turn away from the truth, but... Again, like, yeah, like, this is the thing, like, can you say that this was completely premeditated? No, this was not completely premeditated. It's just one thing led to another. She sees a shot put ball. She puts it in her bag just in case. She didn't know that she was fucking gonna roll it down this contraption and smash whoever was on the other side or at the bottom of the bookcase on the head. She then went to the library. You know, and then just happened to see that, like, you know, then she learned that the vent connected the classroom to the library, and that the vent came out from the library into, like, a, you know, a stack of books on top of the bookcases. Yeah, man, definitely, Shuichi. Tell everyone.
赤松さんはそんなことをする人じゃない。
そんなことをする人じゃないって。でも赤松さんが犯人って言ったのはあなただよね。
But we're talking about motive now, Tsumugi.
そうだけど違うんだ。本当は赤松さんはそんなことをする人じゃない。
She's not a killer.
僕はそれを信じている。
I mean, well, the thing is she is a killer. But she's not a killer by nature. It's just unfortunate circumstances. You know. To be honest with you, I'm going to talk about this at the end. But, like, I think that has been a consistent theme throughout all Danganronpas. Is that the first class trial is always some tragic, unfortunate thing that leads to someone killing someone, and it's always tragic, and it's always in the heat of the moment / just I want to get out of here, or like I was fooled or something. Like, it's always that's one theme that has, you know, I'm sorry, I'm really apologize if my incessant talking over things is like killing this, but, like, you know, I promise that in future episodes or class trials I'll probably be less vocal, because I won't know what happens. Yeah, I knew that Kaede was the killer. When I first played this, I was fucking devastated. I was like, what the fuck? Oh shit, I pressed X on my DualShock 3. It's not X, it's X on Xbox pad. Okay, X is the left button. Oh, she's in her getup as well. Kaede, why? Why did you do this? I know you're trying to protect everyone, but I know it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You know, we were all pushed into this. It's just so tragic. Shit. Shit. Kill the mastermind. Kill the mastermind. It's, I mean, there's no two ways around it. Killing is killing. You decide to kill, and it's something that you will always live with. So on that from that sense, I guess there's really nothing that can be said about what you did, Kaede. You tried to kill someone, but like on the other hand, you tried to do it to save everyone. Yep, that's what Shuichi's saying. Is that right, Kaede?
そっか、あのままタイムリミットを迎えていたらみんな死んじゃうから。
だから首謀者を殺してこの殺し合いを終わらせようとしてた。
She wasn't sure that simply exposing the mastermind would have been enough. Those moments of doubt that she felt when she started to cry, when she was questioning the plan, she didn't know. So she got desperate. Shuichi.
僕の推理のせいなんだ。
やめてよ。そんな風に言わないで。
There it is.
お願いだから自分のせいだなんて言わないでよ。そっちの方が辛いよ。サイハル君のせいじゃないよ。全部私が勝手にやったことなんだよ。だから私のせいなんだよ。赤松さん。サイハラ君。最後に一つだけお願いしてもいいかな。せめて君が終わらせてくれない？最後に君の推理でこの事件の全てを明らかにしてみんなに納得してもらって、それで終わりにしてほしいんだ。それが私からの最後のお願いだよ。
分かった。僕が終わらせるよ。最後に全てを明らかにするよ。この事件の嘘と真実を。
Okay, so the closing argument is another staple in the Danganronpa series. So we have to basically reconstruct from start to finish the entire crime. There are gaps here and there, but we get hints. So, yeah. 1 second. I just want to do something real quick. Okay. Hello? 1 sec. Yeah, sorry, I'm just doing something right now. Okay. So let's have a look at this. So this is the very first panel. So the way that this is set up is like you get like a starting stock, and you have to kind of go with the ones that you have. So like, who wanted to fight against Monokuma after hearing? So this is Kaede, but we don't have a Kaede panel probably yet. So we need to look throughout this and see what we can fit in right now. It's almost like doing a jigsaw puzzle. Who was asked to modify the cameras? That was Miyu. What was the motor weapon found? Is this one? What did the culprit do to the library's event? She left it open. Oh, he was so cute. Why did he have to go that way? Okay, he opened it. Modified camera, left the flash on. What books did the culprit set up last? The open ones. Don't have that yet. What happened in the classroom 1 hour before the time limit? The BGM started playing. What? Oh shit. 1 hour before the time limit. Where was it rolled in the classroom? Yeah. Because of the background thing. What does Shuichi see in the library? This. The bookcase returning to its original position. Yeah, so she wasn't reading it, she was setting it up. What did the culprit do? She left it open. Well, I like that she has a backpack in there, so even though she's like grey and bald, or black and bald. She does have red eyes though. That's consistent, I suppose. Who wants to fight against after hearing the additional motive? Oh, it's these guys. You. One more. Sorry, just typing a bit.
ここで追加された殺し合いのタイムリミットが結果的に犯行の引き金となってしまったんだ。それを聞いて団結してモノクマと戦おうとする人たちもいれば、それぞれの考えで独自に動く人たちもいた。僕も首謀者を見つける作戦を思いついて、ある人に協力してもらうことになったんだけど、まさかその人が犯人になってしまうなんて、その時の僕は考えもしなかったんだ。僕と犯人は首謀者の正体をつかむために図書室に隠しカメラを仕掛けることにした。図書室には隠された扉があって、そこを何者かが出入りしている形跡があったから、タイムリミットになればモノクマを出動させるために首謀者がここを訪れるはずだと考えたんだ。そして翌日、僕らは罠に使うカメラをイルマさんに改造してもらうため、必要な材料を揃えに倉庫へと向かったんだ。僕らが必要だったのは使い捨てカメラと防犯センサーだ。それさえ手に入れればいいはずだったんだけど、でもここで犯人は見つけてしまったんだ。殺人に利用できる凶器をね。そう、砲丸の弾だよ。
Sorry guys, I'm just setting something up here. Yeah, that's why I'm a bit quiet.
カメラをリュックに入れながら、同時に凶器の砲丸もしまっていたんだ。そして事件当日、殺し合いのタイムリミットの日。
Right, okay, I have this set up. Cool. Yep, so I'm just setting something up because there's something that's coming up that might potentially present a problem to me in terms of this video. But I'm setting it up so that, like, in case anything happens, then I have a backup. So yeah, we're just going through the events of the crime. Everything just somehow came together, I suppose. Like, she's creative, I'll give her that. You know, like, it was a very risky but very creative way of killing someone. And like the whole Ruth Goldberg machine thing, like, that stuff's cool. you know, like intricate patterns and like machines that do like crazy things like Kaplunk. Not Kaplunk, what's that game called? Screwball Scramble. And like marble running and stuff like that. Or marble run, that stuff's cool. And I'm guessing that's what Rube Goldberg machines are like. It's just like these really intricate contraptions that do things. Something like a marble runs along it and stuff like that. So.
さらに犯人は防犯ブザーと連動した改造カメラにも細工を行っていた。他のカメラは僕が仕掛けたけど、そのカメラだけは犯人が仕掛けていたせいで、僕は気がつくことができなかったんだ。犯人がカメラをガムテープでがっちりと固定し、フラッシュ機能をオンにしていたことに。
Sneaky.
こうして図書室に罠を仕掛け終えた後、僕と犯人は1階にある階段横の教室に移動して、そこから地下に降りる人を見張りつつ、防犯ブザーが鳴るのを待ったんだ。見張りの途中で僕らは桃田君をはじめとした7人が地下に降りていくのを見かけた。その中には天海君、今回の被害者の姿もあった。桃田君たちがゲームルームに入っていくのを確認した後、僕が教室に戻った時だった。タイムリミットが残り1時間であることが告げられ、直後僕が持っていた防犯ブザーの受信機が鳴ったんだ。僕は首謀者が隠し扉に来たんだと思ってすぐに教室を飛び出して図書室へと向かった。その時の僕は焦っていた。一緒に行動していた犯人を置いていってしまうほどに。でも今思い返せば、そこが殺人を食い止める最後のチャンスだったんだ。
But there was just no way, or you couldn't have stopped it. You know, it's just one of those things.
隠し持っていた砲丸をリュックから取り出して、それを教室の通気口へと投げ入れた。この瞬間、犯人の殺人ギミックが動き出してしまったんだ。防犯ブザーが鳴った時、図書室では天海君が動く本棚を動かしていた。この時、犯人が図書室に残した仕掛けも同時に動き出していたんだ。まず防犯ブザーと連動した改造カメラが
Look at you, cutie pie. Well, I guess this is about the last time that we can keep like admiring your cuteness.
当然、天海君は隠されたカメラの存在に気がつき。
But something tells me that this isn't the last of Rantaro. I mean, maybe it is the last of Rantaro in terms of like seeing him as a living, breathing character, but like definitely his lore doesn't end here, I'm sure. He's just too interesting and mysterious of a character to not have any other kind of, you know, no other kind of thing to him. You don't even know his ultimate talent yet.
図書室の通気口から出てきて、今度は本棚の上を転がって移動していった。通気口の蓋も
How long would that have taken to set up all the books like that?
の通り道を作り上げるためだった。普段なら砲丸が転がろうと
Shuichi like was right to notice that, like, you know, if anyone took that like degree of care over shit, like I would get suspicious too. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like she's going along like creating a path with these books. Oh, please don't play this again. This song creeps me out. Okay. Oh man, what a fucking way to go, man. That is just like terrible. He didn't even know it was coming. Just wham. At least he didn't feel any pain, I suppose, but still. God. I guess shit like that does happen. I mean, it's pretty morbid to think about, but shit like this does happen. Not people killing people, I mean, that still happens, but like, just having your life wiped off the map kind of a thing. It's just... Heartbreak. You just killed one of your classmates for no reason. You're a tough one, Kaede. But I suppose like we all would probably put on a tough front in this situation, but like probably dying inside because like I just killed one of my classmates. I'm going to die. I can't play piano anymore. Everything is just the pits. And that's putting it lightly. That's how I would be feeling if I killed one of my classmates for no reason and I was trying to like save everyone. I'd be like, fuck, I should have just stuck to playing piano and make music. This is just this is terrible. She's the ultimate fucking pianist as well. I related so much with her. Like, I'm a pianist myself, I'm a musician. It's like, oh my god, finally a protagonist that I can relate with. She turns out to be the first killer. She dies. You know. Why Danganronpa? Why must you like reach into my chest and tear out that heart and crush it in your palm? You know, I mean, and something about me must love that because I keep coming back to the series. I honestly do. I guess I'm a sucker for like emotional masochism. Like I think that's literally it, right? But like, anyway, let me focus on the story here. I've done enough talking. I'll leave the talking until like after all of this is done. Oh yeah, the time we've all been waiting for. Okay, so we actually have to vote in this game, unlike the previous two games where you don't actually have to do anything, it happens automatically. In this game, you actually have to vote. And I'm going to follow what I did in the first thing. It wasn't a fully conscious decision, but I think I voted for myself. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. And we'll see what happens. It's majority votes anyway. I'm not gonna suffer for it. But I think that's literally what I did in the first, because I was just like, so much denial. But maybe I should have voted for Kaide, because that's the truth. But I don't know. In real life, obviously, I would have voted for Kaide. My one vote for myself. That's funny. Yeah. But obviously, this is not real life. This is a video game, and I'm just messing around. But yeah, if this was in real life, I would probably have voted for Kaide because she's the culprit. Okay. So this is the part of the video where basically it's not quite there yet, but obviously at the end of this lies a punishment time for Kaide. And Spike Chunsoft have been known to like dish out the copyright pain with their execution videos, you know, with their like actually produced videos that they have for the game. So like what I was doing back when I was doing the closing argument was I was setting up another instance of my recorder, OBS.
Yeah, I got an A. Woohoo! Awesome. I can use that to buy lots of gifts and cry over, to tide me over the fucking sadness I feel. Yeah, I was setting up another instance just to record the audio, so in case my video goes down and I get a copyright strike on YouTube, then I have at least some replacement audio without any music that I can put over this execution part, hopefully. At least that's the idea. But hopefully it doesn't get taken down, but you never know. Oh shit, I should be reading this. Okay, let's read this. It's my last chance to voice Kaede, so let's give it our all. Okay. Not really, but it could have turned out a lot worse, so I guess this is fine too, right? It's not fine. This is super horrible. The worst ever. Yeah. How did it come to this? Kaede, what would possess you to do something like this? God, no one can accept this. Not unless you explain. Yeah. I won't be satisfied until I hear it straight from you. Kaede, please. Okay, please allow me a few more moments of your time then. It's just like Shuichi said, I was after the mastermind this entire time. I wanted to kill the mastermind, and I thought that doing that would end the killing game. But why did you try to kill them? Maybe they could have been captured. If I hadn't been for the time limit, I probably would have done that. But the time limit meant that capturing the mastermind was less likely to work, you know? Because the mastermind could have just played dumb to run out the clock and kill us all. I was worried about that happening. So you sought to kill the mastermind instead. I had made up my mind just before we set up the cameras in the library. I thought it was my last chance to save everyone. I couldn't let that chance pass me by. I had to save everyone, no matter what. Even if you had to kill someone? That's right. I thought that killing the mastermind was our best shot at escaping this place together. I really believe that as well. Kaede. Oh, Kaede, it never dawned on you? As soon as that thought entered your head, Monokuma had you right where he wanted. Because what mattered most to Monokuma is that the killing game started. Regardless of your reasons, the moment you felt the urge to kill, you'd already lost. You agreed to be part of this killing game when you allowed murder to fill your heart. Hence what they were talking about, voluntary participation in the game. to put it like that. But he's not wrong. She's the reason the killing game finally started. But if Kaede hadn't done anything, we'd all be dead by now.
そうだよ
Kaide's save everyone. We no can blame her.
分かってるよ
I know! You don't need to remind me. That's why I'm so pissed off. Pissed off at myself for being so useless. Kokichi, that's enough. I can see through your act. Whoops. That obvious, huh?
そうだよ
But Kokichi's right. I was being played. And I didn't even kill the mastermind. I killed one of our dear friends instead. What I did was so terrible, so unforgivable. I took an innocent life. I'm nothing but a horrible murderer. You should all hate, blame, and be disgusted by me.
ちょっと
Kaede, please calm down. After we found Rantaro's body, when I realized he wasn't the mastermind, I thought about ending this by confessing to you what I'd done. But I couldn't, because of Monokuma's first blood perk.
あんたは
I see. If you'd confessed there and then, you would have been able to leave. But you decided you couldn't leave this place by yourself, so you kept quiet. Kaede. Kaede. Because of the first blood perk, you were forced to hide the truth from us. Yeah, that's right.
なるほどね
So the first blood perk worked against the Blacken rather than for them. But at the same time, I thought, if I did this for everyone, then instead of making things easier by confessing, I thought I should lie to you all, so it would motivate you to keep moving forward. Is that the reason for the trial? To reveal the mastermind?
だって
I felt like if I didn't do this, that Rantaro's death would have been meaningless.
では
We were searching both for the culprit and the mastermind during this class trial.
そうだ
Ah, Kaede didn't mention that. But that's why I wanted to end all these terrible things happening to us. I'll defeat the mastermind and end this dumb killing game. I'll even use this class trial to do it.
私は
I never wanted to keep my crime a secret. I was gonna tell you all eventually. But before I did, I wanted to expose the mastermind first. Then the killing game would have ended, and everyone but me would have been saved. I thought that was the best way I could atone for killing Rantaro. This is my fault. I was wrong. There was no mastermind.
You were wrong? But didn't you say the mastermind was one of us?
That's what I thought at first, but in the end, we have nothing. No one made any moves at the time limit. The trial was useless.
そうだな
Even when Shuichi was about to be voted as the Blackened. Still, they did not appear.
まあね
Yeah, well, that seriously was a close one. Yeesh. If Kaede had just kept her mouth shut, we'd all be dead by now.
No way. There has to be something else we can discuss. We just gotta think. Right, Shuichi?
でもさ
On the other hand, she's only in this mess because she decided to say something at that moment.
それは
I wanted to protect Kaede, but I also wanted to unmask the mastermind. But even when the killer was about to be condemned, they remained hidden. That has to mean that the mastermind is not among us after all. So Kaede had the wrong idea the whole time?
なるほどね
All her actions were taken under Shuichi's flawed logic. That's why it's my fault. All of this happened because my detective work was wrong. If I hadn't been so stupid, if I never said anything about a mastermind to Kaede, Rantaro wouldn't have died, and Kaede wouldn't be a murderer. This is all my fault.
違う
No, it's not. Kaede,
だって
I killed him, not you. Right, didn't I?
ですが
But, Kaede, why did you set such a convoluted trap? If your intent was to kill the mastermind, there was no reason for you to cover your tracks. Isn't it obvious? It's because she didn't want Shuichi to know. Me? Of course, but I didn't want everyone else to know either. Because I said I wanted to escape this place with everyone. But you guys wouldn't want to be friends with a girl who killed someone, would you? Be friends. I still be friend. Kaede put a lot of thought into this. She put so much thought into this, it drove her to commit murder like a lunatic. God, you're such a dumbass. I know, right? I'm such an idiot. We only survived the time limit because of that idiocy. Yeah, we're still alive thanks to you, Kaede. Kaede, I didn't know how, but I wanted to get out of here with you. I wanted to be friends. I'm so sorry. So you're saying everything you did was because you were thinking of us? And you hid that you killed him just to stay and help us? How did things...
Hi.
Alright, that's it. What? What? What do you mean? What do you mean that's it? So I think that's what's happening. I mean, I want this moment to keep lasting forever, but... I see nothing gets past my adorable little cubs. But we can't let this boring display grind the action to a halt, so... Time to make things interesting. Make things interesting? And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, punishment time. Punishment? You mean Kaide's... No friggin' way. There's no way we'll let you do that. Sorry, I'm trying to be quiet as well because it's literally almost 3 AM. You know, I have to think about my neighbors. Okay. Access all time.
残酷だけどみんなが死ぬよりは一人だけ死ぬ方がいいと思うわ。
うるせえ！俺は死んでもてめえらの言うことなんと聞かねえからな。赤松は命がけで戦ったんだ。だったら俺も命がけで戦ってやろう。
Kaito, man, you fucking legend. And Gonta. And Tenko. I love these characters. I like them more than the first two games, honestly. Even though they're a lot more like caricaturish in many ways, like I like them. Like I said, sometimes the most realistic characters aren't the most compelling. It's a weird dynamic in fiction, but that's just how it works. Please just stop. But Kaede... Enough, you guys. I've already prepared myself. You're giving up? But why? You said you'd never give up, that we'd get out of here together. That's what you said, Kaede. So why are you giving up now? Did you even mean what you said? I know we can do something. Don't give up until the end. You stupid idiot. I'm not giving up because I have you. What? Even after I'm gone, my wish will still be here. So, I'm counting on you all. I'm entrusting my wish to every one of you. I believe in you. I believe you all will make it through this somehow. You guys better live. Don't go dying on me now. End this ridiculous killing game. Survive. And get the hell out of this place. And then... be friends after you escape, okay? I think you'll all be the best of friends. Affirmative, Kaede. I will do my utmost to fulfill your final request. I won't give up. I'll get out of here, no matter what. Going to work hard and keep friends safe till very end. Well, Kaede, you definitely weren't boring. Isn't that just the highest form
of compliment. I think that's the one by from Kikichi, but oh man, the feels.
Now then, let's get started. I have a special punishment prepared for the old... Okay, I'll let you interrupt my Japanese for this time because of the feels. Wait a second, Kaede, please don't. Shuichi, you better not lose. You can't lose this killing game. I know you can beat it. I believe in you guys, so please, believe in yourselves. Okay? It's a promise. I love you all. Okay, so this is, finally, the point where I hope that nothing happens. Because, like I say, Spike Chunsoft have been known to, you know, give YouTubers and Let's Players copyright strikes for broadcasting these sections of the game, the punishments. And so I'm gonna try to not talk too much, or rather, well, okay, well, this seems rather fitting. I think this one scene was enough to kind of give me nightmares about playing piano. One of my favorite things to do in the world. And yet, this is too much. Oh, God. The way that Danganronpa handles like executions and deaths is so like almost like frustratingly like light-hearted in some of the things that it does, that it's just so effective. Like, it really kind of like, it makes you feel like so many things at once, like dread, but also like a weird like, oh God. Yeah. That is why, or what, that is a direct illustration of what I was just talking about. It is also probably direct evidence that I am emotionally masochistic. Hence I like this game. But anyway, regardless, there goes Kaede. There she goes. She was a great protagonist for one chapter. We didn't think that Danganronpa had the gall to kill off, let alone make the protagonist, the seeming protagonist, into the first killer in the first case. But lo and behold, they did it. And I kind of love it. I feel like complete dog shit, but again, this game probably confirms that I have emotional masochism. Because I just love this dark, heavy shit. It just makes me feel so alive. Anyway, I guess this is where we sing her off, or send her off. And now we have Shuichi as our protagonist, so I better get used to doing his voice more often. And when it was over, I felt my legs give out under me. What I just saw, it just didn't feel real. As if all reality had vanished, and the only thing left was a fictional world. Real or not, Kaede was gone. Kaede Akamatsu no longer existed in our world. Oh yeah, that also happened. Oh yeah, like one of the Mono kids died, okay. Monodam though. Fuck. So if this game teaches you anything, kids, don't bully people. Because you will always fucking pay for it, sometimes with your life. Don't fucking bully people, because one day you could get messed up, okay? This is a nightmare. This is unacceptable. My precious cubs. On second thought, I guess it's okay. After all, I still got 4 more cute cubs. Ew, I'm glad you kids came in bulk. What's done is done. What's dead is dead. No point crying over crushed cubs. Hey, Unless you want to end up like these sad sacks.
What in the world is this?
マジかよ
Are you fucking kidding me? Talk about overkill.
何の阿弥陀仏
That's why please grant Kaede no eternal repose.
Of course she'd be okay with it. She's spiritual, you know, if anything, so she knows, she's seen into the afterlife, she's seen the totalitarian, not totalitarian, but like the oneness that makes up the totality of all of our existence. Anyway, I can't believe this happened to Kaede. I like her so much. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. Anyway.
Woohoo! All this adrenaline creates such an exquisite feeling of despair, wouldn't you agree? It's moments like this that make all the killings worth it.
Why are you doing such a terrible thing? You're the worst of the worst. Does human life have no value to you at all?
あのね
Hey, I know human life is precious. I'm not a monster, you know. Because if human life wasn't precious, ending it wouldn't be nearly as fun.
Controversial statements galore, Monokuma, as usual.
There's no greater joy than witnessing such a display of despair entertainment. It's what I live for. You've surpassed psychotic by a wide margin.
何なんだ
I don't think I've ever felt quite this irritated. Fucking pisses me off. I won't forgive you for this. Got that? I won't ever forgive you.
Spoken like a marked man.
あなた
What is your objective, Monokuma?
どういうつもり
Do you hate us? If so, have we done something to make you hate us?
はて
Hate you? Boo-hoo-hoo, who can say?
あのね
That's your job to figure out. If you really want to know what's going on, you're going to have to work for it.
まあ
Though the corpse formerly known as Rantaro may have had a hunch.
Huh?
何ですか
What do you mean? What was Rantaro's hunch?
ぷぷ
Boo-hoo-hoo, what indeed?
それは
He did say he would end this game, and he also knew about the hidden door. Could that be at all related to this hunch you claim he had?
ぷ
Boo-boo-boo, I wonder.
てめえ
Hey, what the hell's this hunch you're going on about? Spill it!
ぷ
Boo-boo-boo, I wonder.
God, this guy. If you have no intention of telling us, then just keep your fucking dirty ass bare mouth shut.
You're focusing on Kaede instead of her deadweight victim.
まあ
Well, it's not his fault he was useless. He died before his talent could even be revealed. If he had lived long enough to reveal it, maybe he would have been more useful.
だね
Oh well, he's dead and that's that. Ha! That's the indifference of death for ya.
だが
He wasn't really the mastermind, was he?
いいだいいだ
Huh? Are you still pestering me with these annoying questions?
っていうかさ
Aren't you guys focusing a little too much on whether or not there's a mastermind? If you keep this up, you're all gonna end up like Kaede. What?
ほら
Maybe spend less time worrying about nonsense and more time watching your back, okay?
ね
You never know who's gonna become the next killer.
あー楽しみ楽しみ
Tanoshimi, Tanoshimi. I wonder what kind of killing game we'll get to see next. Damn it. You may have gotten us this time, Mono... Shit, ma. But we'll get you next time, you'll see.
そうでしょ
Why are you all psyched up? And why am I suddenly talking? I haven't said anything for the last fucking 2 hours. It's nice to see that at least one of you has some chutzpah around here. I have a feeling you're gonna live for a
あ
while.
りがとう
Thanks, I'll do my best.
下げんな
We have the same laugh.
Shut the hell up! We're not gonna have another killing game. I, Kaido Momota, am not gonna let you have your way anymore. I would be screaming this, but like, again, it's late, so... Got it? I'm gonna punch that grin right off your face. And that's a
あ
promise.
そう
Oh, really? That seems unlikely. Damn.
だね
I'm pretty sure you won't live long enough to do that.
まあ
Anyway, you guys have a lot to think about.
よほほ
I'm sure work hard and do your best to graduate, because the fun's only just beginning. Woohoo!
Fuck that guy. And with that, Monokuma and the cubs left, and only we remained in the courtroom. This is a long ass episode, but oh well, we're seeing it to the end. I think in future I'm gonna cut these up because I can't do like 3 hour, 4 hour slogs too often. 1 or 2 hours maybe, but 3 and 4 hours a bit too much. But yeah, we'll see. So like, seeing as there are intermissions in these class trials, I'll probably do like one half and then another half as opposed to doing everything at once. So at least I can then cut it down to like 2 hour sessions each. So I don't think I can take all this. I can't stand this anymore. I feel like I'm going crazy.
Tsumuki, you mustn't give up hope. Is there even hope to be had here? The room feels utterly drained of it.
Kaede. What kind of degenerate male cries in public? It's so rude. But Tenko, you're crying. Oh shit, all the voices are... It's my sad voice. No, now's not the time to point that out, Kibo. Just let it be.
In times like this, we should pray for Kaede Soshuki, rest in peace. How is everyone supposed to rest in peace after getting killed like that? What are we gonna do from now on? Yeah, I'd like to know too. I'm so over this already.
Shut up. You all just need to shut the fuck up.
Kato's voice boomed in the air, and the room went silent.
Every single one of you, and your meek little complaints. You're pissing me the hell off. But the one who's pissing me off the most is you, Shuichi. What? Clench your teeth, you fucking maggot.
それは殴る前に言うべきセリフですよ。てめえは赤松の言葉を聞いてなかったのか。あいつはてめえを信じるっつったんだぞ。てめえに自分の思いを託すっつったんだぞ。それなのにてめえはなんだ。モノクマに文句の一つも言わずに黙り込んでよ。それでもてめえは男かよ。
What's the matter? Say something already. I just hit you. Aren't you pissed off? What's your problem? Enough, Kaito. Sucker punching is pretty low, even for a low-life degenerate male like you. You better knock it off or I'm gonna explode my Neo Aikido all over your face. Whatever. Shuichi, are you okay? I'm okay. Please stop. This sort of altercation is just a waste of time. Gonta not sure a waste of time, but Gonta agree. Fighting not good. Can we leave now? Staying here will only make us more depressed.
Well put. I agree wholeheartedly.
Sorry. You all should go ahead without me. Why? Is there a reason you wish to stay in a place like this? I want to be alone for a while. Just for a little bit. But we can't just leave you here by your... Tsumugi, perhaps it would be best if we allowed him some privacy for now. Oh, okay, I suppose. Shuichi, don't beat yourself up, Kay.
Yeah, just hit that reset button on your feelings and you'll be happy and cheerful in no time. Being a tad insensitive is important for survival. It helps one avoid suicidal thoughts.
Gonta will go back too. Let Gonta know if you need his help, okay? This cast is alright by me. Seriously. One by one, everyone climbed aboard the elevator. Except... the guard just decked me. Shuichi, I don't know how well you knew Kaede. Why don't you try going to her ultimate lab?
What do you mean?
Monokuma set that room up, so there's probably not a lot there to remember her by, but there should be at least a bunch of little things that she liked. Things Kaede liked? Understand? There's only one way to get through this awful feeling. No one's going to be able to console you if you're just sitting here alone. If anyone's going to help you, it'll be her and your memories. With those words, he stepped onto the elevator. Before I realized it, I got to my feet. and he started walking, and I was headed toward the Ultimate Pianist Research Lab. I think this is the first time we're in here. I think actually we could have come here at some points, but I kind of unfortunately forgot to. I had been meaning to, but again, sorry about that. But we are seeing it here, in the flesh. It's not as if there would be any memories here, but these are the things she was really passionate about, and that's good enough for now. What a magnificent piano. I would have liked to hear her play it, if only just once. Ah, that reminds me, the song that Kaede was talking about. Of course, it must be here somewhere. I stood in front of the shelves of CDs and searched each one thoroughly, each end to end. Yeah, it should be here somewhere. Where is it? Here it is. This is it. This is a beautiful piece. Clair de Lune. I took the CD from the shelf and placed it in the player in the corner. I think I might cry. Soon a soft melody had filled the classroom. My body relaxed, totally enveloped in the music. It was a strange feeling, the sound seeping into my body. Before long, I began to close my eyes.
ここにピアノでもあれば君を励ます曲が弾けたんだけどね。ドビュッシーの月の光とかああいう綺麗な曲がぴったりだと思うんだ。水面に浮かんだ月みたいに心が穏やかになれるいい曲なんだけど。あ、分かっちゃった。実は私も震えてるんだよね。でも犀原くんがいなかったらもっと震えてたと思う。震えて何もできなかったと思う。私は犀原くんがいてくれてよかったよ。君がいてくれたからこうして立ち向かえてるんだもん。犀原くんがいなかったら首謀者を追い詰めようって勇気も出てこなかったよ。だからもっと自分に胸を張ってよ。私は君を信じてるからさ。君も自分を信じてあげてよ。うん、やってみるよ。できるかわからないけど。いや、やるよ。僕を信じる。もう目をそらさない。僕はみんなのために真実に立ち向かう。みんなと一緒に出たいって言った君の思いを僕は絶対に諦めない。約束するよ。君と僕の約束だよ。うん、約束だよ。あとは任せたからね、犀原くん。
Oh God.
さようなら。
No. Kaede, no. Stay, please. Don't leave. Okay. Well, this is probably gonna load something. I guess we'll do this cutscene. This might reveal something to us. How many of them? 16. But where's Rantaro?
そうなのか。
そんなのもうどっちだっていいわよ。何でもいいから生きていてほしかったわ。私たちの分まで。
まったくだ。生きてほしかったな。いや、生きるべきだったんだ。生きなくちゃいけなかったんだ。この世界のためにも。
Okay. Okay, so I suppose I should have ended it a bit earlier. Like I was. Okay, let me save it. Yeah, so I want to end this episode by just giving my thoughts on the first chapter. I think I will try to do this every single chapter because that is kind of part of the reason why I wanted to play this game, was because I wanted to really give my own intimate kind of I wanted to give my own kind of intimate kind of take on just one of these games, right? So yeah, a crazy first chapter, where something unprecedented happened, like our protagonist, or someone who was supposed, or someone who seemed to be the protagonist, ended up being the first killer and was ultimately executed. So this did not happen in the first two games. Like, we stayed... Okay, I guess that's a spoiler. I apologize. I won't say any more, but like, let's just say that this is the first time in any game that this has happened. Where in the first trial, the protagonist is the one that was executed because they were the killer, right? So yeah, like, it was crazy. It was a crazy experience, very emotional. And now we have a new protagonist, and we're seeing his path, you know, emerging, because we weren't really sure what to think of him. We spent most, or I at least spent most of the first chapter suspecting him, and just generally not really thinking too highly of him. You know, he has the tag of Ultimate Detective, right? And there has been one other person in the Danganronpa series with the title of Ultimate Detective, and they turned out to be like a god, basically, right? And then we start this game with someone with the title of Ultimate Detective, which is something that has been done before, not necessarily with that title, but with another title, a new character sharing the same title as a previous character, right? But like, upon kind of getting to know Shuichi in the first chapter, we're like, okay, we don't really know his deal. He seems really lacking in confidence, and then he starts to do weird shit. Like, he starts to kind of like think about exposing the mastermind, and we're like, okay, well, this is a bit weird, right? So yeah, but now we see where he might be headed, because I guess if this carries on, then the rest of the game will be Shuichi's kind of quest to find himself, Shuichi's quest to become someone he can be proud of, I suppose, or a man, if you will, whatever you want to call it. And that's always a very good story model, you know, definitely. So I'm really interested to see how Shuichi moves forwards in this situation and ultimately becomes that man, that person that he can be proud of, right? Now Kaede is an absolute angel, you know. I don't think anyone can deny that. However, I want to give my own opinion that is a bit deeper than just saying that Kaede Akamatsu is an angel. And just bear in mind that what I'm about to say is my own opinion. It might end up being at odds with someone else's opinion. Maybe you just think, maybe to you she's an absolute angel. But I want to delve a bit deeper than that, because she was an angel. She is an angel. She will remain an angel in our memories. But she was going through her own thing. She had her own flaws. Her motivations were by and large noble and benevolent. But in the end, she killed. In the end, her motivations weren't always 100% light. Because it was established, throughout the first chapter, we kind of got, bits and bobs of it, right? That, her personality was very much she tried really hard. With all of her backstory of being a pianist, being called the piano freak, it was established that basically her personality was all about trying really hard. She got obsessed with piano. She tried really hard. She kept practicing and practicing. She got good, right? And that personality trait is kind of what we observed in the first chapter, where she tried really hard. She took it upon herself to help everyone, to try and find an ultimate answer for everyone's predicament. And that in itself is noble, I suppose. What else might you call it? But as such, given her personality, and just the obsessiveness that she kind of held behind that personality, she didn't always necessarily pick the most, let's say, peaceful outcome. Again, what I'm trying to say is that she was willing to sacrifice not only herself, but perhaps the whole group, in order to fulfill whatever it was that she had her mind set to. In this case, it was escaping, defeating the mastermind. Because Kaede Akamatsu met her downfall, but why? Why did she meet her downfall? Overzealousness. She believed she went a bit overboard. But that was kind of her personality. In the end, she meant well. She wanted to save everyone. She wanted Shuichi to blossom into his own person, to let go of the shackles of the past. All of those speeches that she gave to him had ridiculous amounts of insight in them. You have to believe in yourself. Because you can let the past and fear and all of that stuff haunt you for the rest of your days. Weeks, months, years can go by. And no one's telling you that you have to be any different, because it's completely fine as a human being to pain, to obsess, to fear. Everything that Kaede tried, right? Because Kaede was the crusader. Shuichi was the seed. Within Shuichi lay the seed of potential, and within Kaede lay the seed of forward motion. Through Kaide's actions, which were imperfect and not always sound in motivation, let's say, not always benevolent in motivation, she nevertheless showed to everyone, you know, in particular Shuichi, she gave them the gift of forward momentum so that they can move forwards and to blossom that seed of potential that lies in everyone. Right. So I just thought that I would talk about that. Talk about the character of Kaide Yakamatsu versus the new protagonist. Of course, I have not commented on any of the other characters thus far because I feel that, like, in terms of characterization, they have not received the same degree as Kaide and Shuichi have received. You know, and so, like, it's too early to comment on them, but, like, you know, we're seeing kind of bits and bobs of certain characters. Rentaro, and a shame that we didn't get to learn more about him, but I suppose that was just the plan for the game, was just to kill him off early, and then later on perhaps we'll learn more about him, but, like, I suppose it will never be through direct experience, unless they do some kind of flashback thing, and we can, you know, find out about his past, but, like, since he's dead now, you know, we can't really learn about him through direct means. It's going to have to be through, like, accounts, or, like, flashbacks and things of that nature, but yeah, like, I'll mention this here, and I'll mention this throughout the playthrough, because this is ultimately the reason why I love these games. I know it's pretentious of me to ramble on so much about why I love these games and why these games are so good, but, like, why do I love these games, and why am I playing this game on this channel? You know, and yeah, like, the reason is because this game is real. And it also hits you on so many different levels. Because you can play this game as a complete casual. Someone who's just like, hey, let me try something new. Oh, Danganronpa, it's a game about a bunch of students killing each other. Oh my god, that sounds so interesting. Let me dive into it. And then you meet a few cool characters. You might get a bit of feels when, like, you know, people give speeches and shit about, like, caring about each other, right? Like Kaide had done with Shuichi. And you can go through the whole game just experiencing it on a level where it's just like a bunch of students killing each other, and there's this, oh my god, this crazy evil bear robot thing, right? And it's just like a, oh my god, it's so cool, like, it's so, like, weird, like, you can talk to your friends about it. Yeah, I just played a game about a bunch of students who kill each other, and it's so weird and surreal, and it's cool, right? You can approach this from that level, and then you can get to a level where, like, you experience the characters, and you look at your own life, and you're like, did this game just perfectly, maybe not perfectly, but, like, deeply and profoundly articulate and express artistically what I feel on a daily basis as a human being and what I feel towards other people? And that's the reason I love this game. You know, all of the speeches that Kaide gave, I'll wrap with this, to Shuichi about, like, you have to be more confident. You know, you have to face the truth. Yeah, they're just words at the end of the day. Like, perhaps it's not the best example, but, like, just, yeah, the whole thing about hope versus despair. Like, I'm not gonna obviously, like, burden anyone listening to this right now on that kind of thing, but the whole even hope versus despair thing. Yeah, there's hope and despair. There's always going to be hope and despair in life. You know, they're not. Yes, hope and despair are nice little kind of buzzwords for anyone who's played this game. Is, yeah, it's a game about hope and despair. Are you on the side of hope? Or are you on the side of despair, man? They're fancy words that you can say to people, right? But at the same time, they do exist, because hope and despair are, like, the backdrop of our lives. Times when we feel like we can maybe, when, like, we are devoid of all hope, we don't know what the fuck we're going to do in life, and then times when, like, we finally see a glimmer of hope and we move towards it, and this is this never-ending cycle. And then after that, you know, what are you going to do? You know, so I know, I'm basically gushing here, but, like, the first game was about hope versus despair, right? I'm not going to spoil any plot details, but that was the theme. Hope versus despair. What is hope? What is despair? Which one are you going to pick? You know, the second game was also about hope versus despair, but then it took it a step deeper, which is, given hope and despair, and given that hope and despair are inseparable halves to life, what are you then gonna do with it? You know, are you going to let hope and despair and the unending ebb and flow between hope and despair paralyze you from living your life? You know, or are you going to like courageously move forwards and try and make a life that you actually want and enjoy and are proud of? And that was the whole theme of number 2. Number 3, we have yet to find out what the theme is, but if the writing is on par with either the first two, and I'm sure, like, you know, it's the same writers, it's the same guy, right, the same writer, I'm sure that he will have some other extension or message to this, because that's part of what makes Danganronpa special. Again, you can enjoy this game on so many different levels. You can just see it as this kooky anime like thing where like a bunch of students kill each other, and then like there's some cool stuff that happens, right, and it's mystery and suspense. You can enjoy that side. I do, absolutely, right. I love seeing executions and like characters and class trials and shit like that. But then the game, if you tap into it, it has a deeper side to it, which is like, what is hope? What is despair? What is the pain of life? What is the joy of life? And what are you going to do about it in your own life? So cool. I kind of gushed a bit too much, but that basically takes us to 4 hours, my longest ever upload. But yeah, what a first trial. So cool. When we come back, we will see what happens. I have no idea, but we are now a different person. But for the very final time, I just want to say goodbye to our former protagonist, Kaede Akamatsu. May you keep on making your music, you know. And yeah, even though you killed, even though like sometimes you didn't necessarily have your eyes on the most peaceful and wholesome thing, you know, because like a lot of what you said, it was aimed at like boosting people's ego, but was that always in the best, like with the best intentions? Was it completely non-manipulative? I don't know. But in spite of all of that, you are still an angel, and what you've given to these remaining students is a great gift. So cool. For the final time, Kaede Akamatsu, goodbye. You will be missed. And say hello to Detective Shuichi Saihara. We will no longer be calling him Shuicheeks because that was Kaede's thing. So anyway, when we come back, guys, I hope if you've watched this far with me, then God, I hope you were with me on that emotional journey. But yeah, we'll begin anew with our new protagonist, Shuichi, and we'll see what else lies in store for us in this game, and we'll see, yeah, just what the game has to offer us. So cool. Thank you very much for watching this, guys. Hope you're having a great day, afternoon, morning, night, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying this, and I will catch you guys in the next exciting episode of Bowjinjin Plays Danganronpa V3. Have a good one, guys. R.I.P. Kaede Akamatsu. Peace out.